pressing and the theolobos. Thank you for the theolobos, for that pinching where you just feel like you just can't even breathe. I can't breathe. How they mock you, and that's okay. Very few oligos. Thank you for the bride, and thank you for creating mostly evil, because that's what you wanted. You do all these things after your own counsel. Chosen, many are called, but oligos, that's your bride. So thank you for the ability to see, have a seeing eye, and a revelation, revealing the aletheia, the truth. The gospel. Thank you for the gospel. Thank you for the apostles who shared and suffered for, or martyred for sharing the gospel. That the kingdom of heaven, he is the king. He's the king, and he told us, don't let anybody take your crown. So you got to have a crown if you want to see the king. So that false crown would be the halo, right? Or of Boris, the serpent, eating its own tail, like time that overlaps itself, like a bookend, two bookend, like a Gemini. So, thank you for the gospel. The true gospel is, and the anti-gospel is peace. The antichrist is peace. The true Christ is conviction and crucifixion. So it's not hard to tell. It's actually quite clear, isn't it? Not for most, but many are called, many by the wide gate go to hell. Few oligos find the straight gate. Many are called, but few are chosen. That's in Matthew, right? Or it tells us to enter through the ellipsis, not the broad way. That's the way that those is the narrow. Got to be the narrow. He says straight, got to through the narrow to fit through the straight. So wide, how about broad? That's the way that leads to hell. People don't know what the hell they're talking about, Father, but that's okay. They don't read it in your word. You are the word. You are the word. You are the Hokadesh. Your son is the word in flesh. But we're not under the flesh or bound by the law, because we're chosen. Destined. They don't know the difference. Praharizo, you're the separator. You divide that dark. Remember, the light was created from the dark. Is pure light, sovereign. I am. It's not a religion. He said, indwell in temples made by hands, and the body is a temple, and the kingdom of heaven is within. That's the gospel. And that's a threat to them houses made by hands, isn't it? I won't feed their coffers and their synagogues. That's why he called them the synagogues of Satan. Satan means the adversary. That's anybody who adds a single anything. He said, don't add or take away even a jot. That would be a period. Now they think they live on that thing. Thank you for discernment. Hados. All the alati, you have to divide your lying eyes, your idolatry, the things you warned of, the eyes. Like the vessel, like the eye is the lamp of the body, and we are the vessel. Remember? If it's filled with darkness, then the whole vessel is filled with darkness. If it's filled with light, then the whole vessel is filled with light. Light separates us. Horizo, he's the separator. He gets to condemn. We just are fishers of men. He gets the first fruits. He separates the wheat from the chaff. We got to be here with the evil because most people are evil. Not walking around like everybody's nice. That word means to be stupid. Oh, they are, huh? Acting like everybody's nice. No, most people are evil. Don't you ever read the scriptures? Or are you just stuck on dumb? Da-dum, dum, dum. Thinking you have free will. There's no free will or no such thing as luck. Remember, he said they're lying eyes. They'll worry about their eyes. They'll be deceived. And they won't know the word or what they're seeing because they have deaf ears and they're retarded. All they care about is what they see. And it's the two thieves that hang right there. And he said, let no one take your crown. Remember? Revelation 3:11. I come quickly like a thief in the night. Like the night watch in Israel. Where he was birthed, when the Hamashiach was birthed, when the shepherds were in the field with the sheep. Not in the middle of the winter. That is Mithra. And who Mithra is, that is Apollyon. The one what warps speed. Peace is antichrist. Suffering is the gospel. Anti-gospel, the other gospel. The added. Remember? One jot, go to hell. One sin, go to hell. Nothing's changed but the weather. Modification. How about cyclical nature? Father nature and Father time. It's just a matter of time. Time. Can't go into the clock above your head now. Knock it off. So, thank you, Father, for the blessing of the gospel. The gospel is suffering. What happened there? I lost some light. That's horizo. Horizo, not light. Horizo. Remember, not scorpizo. Remember, gotta let the wheat grow with the weeds, right? Or the chaff. They go together. He will separate that. Can't pull it up. Love thy neighbor like thy enemy, like thyself. Matthew, a man's enemies be the one of his own household. That's you. That's me. I'm my own enemy. Look at this shit that I just caused. Oh well. Father created all things. He said, be not anxious. No such thing as free will. No such thing as luck. No such thing as fortunes. No such thing as aliens. Alien is one word. Alien is two words. Father is the word. Don't call my father an alien. Hamashiach in flesh. Shiloh. He ain't have breasts. Don't call him an alien. He won't be at the wedding feast of the lambs, that's for sure. That's not in the sky. He said to meet him in the sky. He said the skies will roll back like a scroll. Put him at the top of your house and let it shine. Don't hide that light in a basket. Nope. Rebuke him with the light. Do not worry what you shall say. I will give you the answer. It's written on the hearts of the bride. Prognosko means to have foreknowledge of. Chosen, not bound by flesh, law or fate. There's most that go to hell. Then by the wide gate, fate. These are destined, chosen. These are mine. I set them apart. Jeremiah, I knew you before you were in the womb. I knew you before you were in the womb. Oh, he hated Esau. He loved Jacob, who he called Israel and gave the inheritance. Esau stole his brother Apollyon, Satan, Mithra, Jesus Christ, birthed in the middle of the winter in a manger. The Massey, Christmas God, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Mourning, I don't mourn, you idiot. You are so, do you understand me? You better get under me. You can get off your knees now. I know what I've been licked. Ooh, words. Mourning. What's so wrong? Because you can't report your son dead or missing, or your daughter missing, she being raped. Is that something wrong? You need some help here. Are you mourning? Somebody died? Remember, he died. We're supposed to die to self daily. Remember? Spiritual wickedness in high places. It's all spiritual. A spiritual cross. Don't mourn. Get out of here. Your dialect is alien. It's not welcome here. He said, don't sup with vipers. Remember, he said, you knew I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. Mourn. Somebody must have died in his world. Don't mourn in here. You'll be kicked out of here for mourning. Good to see you. Top of the day. How are you doing? Words are everything, right? He's the word. Oh, you're in love with some book or some flag or paper or country. All that noise. Oh. Thank you for suffering. Suffering is the true gospel. Peace is antichrist. Remember that? He's the divider of the dark and the light. The separator. I've already taught you this. You need some hand signals there? Remember the Kirk, leaning a little too far, like the right, he a little too much like the elephant, the what was that, the Republican, and he ended up acting like an ass, like a donkey, huh? Don't do that in here either. You get thrown out here for that nonsense. Makes no sense, like America. Trump for prison, just for that alone. Lock that motherfucker up. How are you doing? Top of the day, just for the penny. Like America, that makes no sense. That's illegal. How about blowing that boat up in international waters? Let me start the list. He didn't put Hillary in prison. He didn't build a wall. Instead, he got the sticker. Oh, the greatest sticker ever. So he's the number one drug dealer. Here's my evidence. Well, you start. Come on. Who else? What do you got for me? Are you afraid? Go to church. Those who say peace and safety. Antichrist. Christ is suffering. Delipsis, tribulation. They threw him in jail for standing up to the law. Don't stand up to the law, you're antichrist. You don't stand up to America the beast, you are antichrist. It's not a constitutional republic with gold and silver. It is a corporation who just clipped the penny. And we got a triple gender 3-ball comet that's sticking its ass with its tail towards the sun. That's not the right way. And it's minting a nickel. Boy, this feels like a 1945 923 ritual. Oh, hey, it's coming up tomorrow. Oh, this is it. You've been saying everything at 9:23. Shut up. It's already happening. It's not about a date. How about 3:11, you idiots? 3 and 11. Revelation 3 and 11. I come quickly. Let no one take your crown. What was the start of the date of that he started the crown virus? Would anybody like to? I'm compelling my evidence that he's responsible for all this, and Father is making him do it. This guy, Isaiah 45 and 7. So I'm not mad at him. Just put my evidence. Try to throw me in prison. Trying to throw my son in prison. I want this motherfucker locked up right now. Trump for prison. You ready to go out? I asked you earlier. Okay, you're ready to go out. I already let the chickens out. Lock him up. 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 Trying to throw my son in prison. Fuck this government. I have a federal case against this piece of shit corporation. Kill my son and daughter. Fuck it. Trump or prison. Try to throw me in prison. I got a court date tomorrow. Trump or prison. Put it in there. Come on. Are you afraid? They're watching you. The government watches this channel. He said, don't sup with vipers. He said, you knew I was a snake before you let in. And then he let in his PDF file buddy Joe Biden. Yeah, the guy they like trade lightsabers in their eye soles. Remember? Two cheeks to the same hole, two wings of the same dragon. Oh. What do you got? Come on. No, let's not do that, because he did that with Alex Jones and funneled how many hundreds of millions of dollars into his bank account? Oh, let's have him made in China. See, that's what he did, Nathan. That's where I have him. I got this motherfucker dead to rights. On his first campaign, Trump or prison, she sat at his inaugural dinner. Locked that motherfucker up with her too. They're on the same team. Remember, he praised her the very next day. All the Clintons. Let's look in the Clinton Foundation. The Billary and Hillary. All that pancake uranium that was being sold in Vail, Oregon. They fuck with me because of that too. You guys, there's things you don't know about me, and I already told you. I put them out here. I don't care. Bring it, federal government. These people are, I'm tired of it. Especially since somebody yesterday, I'm calling Cash Patel on you. They'll be there in 15 minutes. Cash for prison. All of them. Especially, let's focus. How many hundreds of millions of dollars? Yes, he didn't take a fucking salary. Oh, I better stop that. Okay, he didn't take a salary. And so how many hundreds of millions of him and Alex Jones for prison? Alex Jones for prison. Alex Jones for prison. Alex Jones for prison. Alex Jones for prison. Alexander Emmerich Jones. I know. Fuck him. I worked for that shit. I did so much money into that organization, time and effort. Alex. That's why his wife left him. But anyways, Alex for prison. Him and Trump, they funneled the dueling the dipshits that Hillary for prison. And he had funneled how many hundreds of millions of dollars into his bank account, and then they needed to lock her up. She sat at his inaugural dinner like 3 bodies away from him. So lock up everybody who voted for him, that fucking clown. You know, already. Oh, tariffs, washing machines went up $200. Here's my current why I want him in prison immediately, because he said he already brought in trillions of dollars of tariffs. And if you go look at the Treasury, they only made like 100 billion. Fuck that right there. So where's all the other money? He must be taking it himself. Look at what I just said. That's the current up to August. He's bringing all these trillions in tariffs. No, he's not. And we have to pay. We, the fucking tax tariff, we pay it. Not the people in the other country. These people are fucking stupid in America. They don't know economics. They let him pay. There was no gold and silver. Lock that motherfucker up. It says in the Constitution, by the Treasury. Instead, he contacted the Treasury and clipped the penny. Lock that motherfucker up. I have so much evidence. How about blowing that boat up? International waters, that's illegal. Congress already said by posse comitatus that he can't repeal that. I'm a veteran. You can't put veterans on the fucking streets of America and use them in a law enforcement capacity. He's allowed the women to be drafted under his watch. He's going to draft and kill all these. He don't care about, remember, grab her by her pussy. You know, we know he's a PDF file. It's these black, dark web's been out forever. These people are just coming to the light since COVID, Are you out of your minds? What date did the COVID start? Christ said, let no one take your crown. Tell me right now, what date did the COVID start? And I told you all this was COVID starting here. It's all documented. I'm telling you this 923 thing. It's all here. I've got 6 channels and, a dozen years, and they won't call me. They know me. I know they fucking know who I am. They keep fucking killed my son and daughter. They got Marshall. Who's this fucking Marshall? Is he federal? They won't even look at him. Won't arrest him. Won't investigate him. Fuck him. Fuck Marshall. What a piece of shit. Look what he did to my dog. I seek no vengeance. Father will pour out a just measure on Marshall Rat, a snitch. Marshall Rat, a bitch. Mount Creek, Oregon, Wolf Creek. Yeah, where I went and found my daughter's car saying she's being raped, and they won't even go look for her. And then I can't even report her body dead by the people who kidnapped her and grenaded her. And it's the fucking police who kidnapped her. Then he let her charges go. Fucking no, they didn't fucking have any charges against her. Oh, they charged her without a warrant. Oh, fuck, they fucked up bad. Grenaded both my son and daughter from sleep. They came here to kill me because they want me to shut the fuck up. So fuck you, feds. I've been pushing at these people for how many decades? You guys are just new to the game, just came to light. This shit has been on the dark web for how long? They got what is called white papers. It's not hidden. This shit ain't hidden. We live in the age of Aquarius. This is stupid. This is fucking garbage, man. He funneled how much money into his bank account by saying he's going to put Hillary. Donald is Hillary. You know, whatever. They're all at their same sex parties. You know, EpiPen Island. You know, whatever happened. The pedos and politicians, the documents end up missing. Come on. No, there's no documents. See, that's so. Lock them up for that and all that bongo, whatever they are, whatever. I know, I'm just messing. They're all bonding. You know, these people are all on the same team. Wings to the same dragon, cheeks to the same hole. But I want him locked up. He's gonna fucking have my whatever. Whatever. I'm not gonna sit there. I have nothing to lose, nothing to fucking lose at all. The guy's a PDF file. So if you don't want to admit it, then you're going to be on that side of history, and that goes down as a silent majority. So you choose. I already have 6 channels. I don't need to say a motherfucking thing. I already put it out there, but I'm not going to stop connecting the dots. So it's what I do. Remember, the Magi. He sent me here to declare the lie. So fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump for prison. So it's this dumb motherfuckers like this you got to do with these Americans too, busters. Be very cautious of people who fucking think they live on a planet with this space farce nonsense too, because they're getting ready to do their fake alien invasion Project Blue Book, not Operation Beam. Stop it. That's part of the operation. You just spun. You're spun. That's forward. That means perverted. Hell out of this chat. I want them locked up. How many hundreds of millions of dollars did he funnel into his bank account for Hillary for prison? Just right out the gate. So I ain't playing. I don't care. I'm not tripping. You ain't saying shit. You're going to go down as the silent majority. You're that man that films a woman getting her ass kicked by a dude. You're that motherfucker just sits there and films it like a little bitch. They've taught you to shelter in place. He said fight or flight. And I told him my fight isn't with fighting the government. It's getting the fuck away from this taxation nation corporation, enslavement nation that's been enslaving 50 plus years and forcing everybody by the threat of a fucking gun to pay for oil. Or we'll drop freedom and democracy bombs. I know, I'm a veteran. We do it right almost in this country. By the threat of their Gestapo red and blue, they'll throw you in a rape cage if you don't fucking have. You got a tail light out and get fucking shot, killed in this country. A cop didn't get a blowjob or something from his wife and he's all pissed off. This is fucking insane. This is the most insane nation ever. They're putting people, these are literally, some of these guys I think are Proud Boys. Some of these guys, there's some like, they don't even know what a swastika is, but the tattoos, these guys are all mismatched. I've done this shit. Special weapons and tactics trained. They send a SWAT team to my house, try to kill me. I try to tell them to use the SWAT vehicles and the vehicles during the COVID to protect the business. They're just pissed off. You didn't protest the government during the COVID. I did. I held vigil, prayer, city council. I protested the fucking police department. Try to get on their shit list. Yeah, that's why they whacked my son and my daughter. Or they're kidnapped and they won't fucking give them back to me. You know, and I get a court date and fucking, they're still trying to throw me in prison. They already got my son and my daughter. And nobody gives a fuck. I can't even report their dead bodies by the people who fucking killed them. They say they have no jurisdiction. You talk about red fucking tape. That sounds a lot like Hurricane Helene. Let's talk about fucking Hurricane Katrina putting the people in a super fucking bowl. Get ready. It's coming. These people don't give a fuck about you. They'll say whatever they want. That's Two-Face, Gemini. Say one thing, do something else. Yep, Mr. Taco, just like Kirk himself, right? Lean a little too far to the right, and a little bit to the left. You know, the donkey and the elephant. Stay on the X, go inside. Free. There's more people locked up in America than every other country combined. And Donald loves the police state, so get ready. It's coming. He's going to take your Second Amendment, and you ain't going to do a fucking thing about it because you didn't do anything to the COVID. I don't want to hear it. Shut up, man. Be the fuck quiet. They're going to draft our American women. It's already law. They're already repealed, right? Posse comitatus. You didn't say a fucking thing. You stood on the X like a woman bitch over there in the desert, right? You think she's a bitch? She's equally yoked under this covenant. You're a little bitch yourself. These women can squeeze a damn watermelon through a crack in the wall and leak 9 quarts of oil. I want that one on my team and still function. You're just a little bitch. Just shelter in place, get that little cinnamon roll like a piece of dog shit curled up. Men are dog shit in America. They allow their women to be drafted, and they're complacent. And they're accessory to murder through their W-2 tax dollar that's too stupid to fucking figure it out. That their tax dollars kill Ukrainian women. They sent them right into the meat grinder over there. And now they're going to do it here in America. And people are too stupid to fucking figure it out. It's already passed. Just like they already said that he violated Supreme Court, what is it, 9-0, whatever, that he violated posse comitatus. That's been since the founding of this fucking country. This dude don't give a fuck. And neither is anybody in this country. So I'm speaking up because I have a First Amendment right. I took a right to not a country, not a flag, or not the people, the right of the people. And I'm a whatever. This is what it is. I don't care what people think. They don't know their rights. It's supposed to be a constitutional republic. Money's supposed to be gold and silver until they return that, lock Donald Trump in fucking prison, or fuck you. You're just afraid to stand up to the government. And that's what Christ did. I'm just being Christ-like. So apologize for my cursing. I'm just a little frustrated. They killed my son and daughter, or they're kidnapped and they won't give them up. But I put in all the, I've been a police officer. Was a veteran police in the Army. I've been special weapons and tactics trained. I was trained as an investigator. I can restructure the whole case. I presented the whole case to them. They still try to lock me up tomorrow. I have a court date. I've shelled out tens of thousands of dollars just in the last, month, or whatever, the couple of months, just trying to get my attorney to look for my kid. He tells me to call the state police, the people who shot him, with his hands in the air. I have the whole live stream. SWAT raid. They hit me in the face. They woke up my son and daughter with a grenade. This is all. This is totally. It's a special weapons and tactics train. I don't care what the fuck they have to get it. We have to be aggressive. Nobody. I asked my son if he was just okay after I didn't know he was a grenade, and they hit me in the face with a grenade. I have so many millions of dollars. Like, I'm going to sue the fuck out of this federal government after this case is over. I don't care. Or come get me, bitch. Come get me, government, because you're fucking pissed off that you fucking go whack my son and my kid. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck all these clowns. Fuck this whole country. What a fucking hypocrisy nation. Innocent until proven guilty, my ass. I have all the evidence. Remember, I have all the evidence fucking in this case, and they don't care. Even if my son and daughter are alive, they don't want, remember, we don't have jurisdiction. You have jurisdiction to come SWAT raid me illegally when I have all the evidence and I film you, and you can't go, and I'm reporting my son's dead body and my daughter's dead body are missing or murdered, and I don't have jurisdiction. You can grenade my son and daughter from a complete fucking sleep and grenade me in the face for just asking if they're okay. Shoot my son with his hands in the air. Grenade my fucking animals. Literally just destroy this fucking property. I still don't even have all this replaced out here. If you don't know what the fuck's going on, you can see the SWAT raid in the playlist. And then you don't have jurisdiction because these people are pissed about me protesting the fucking government during the COVID and pointing that Clinton was selling fucking yellow pancake uranium to fucking Vladimir Putin. But you guys are in the sidelines. You don't say shit. I told you 923 was blogging about these 923 executive orders and told you this coming medical martial law soft, and then it happened. And now you're here too with this whole interning American citizens and putting them in fucking work camps. Just wait. You're only two atomic, no, that's pancake, hydrogen bombs away from get the fuck out of this area. We want it. You ain't going back in there with your rad detectors. You guys are so fucking set up for this. You know what I'm saying? Stolen valor. What the fuck ever. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Are you defending? I'm standing up to Donald Trump and you're fucking telling me stolen valor. This is what you got to live with, brothers, sisters, is piece of shit like this in your country. Don't even give a fuck. As a veteran, I take not only an oath, to the people. It's a God-given, protected, natural, organic, color law, blacks law. Fuck this country and fuck the army. We're fucking goddamn. We have 1,000 military bases in all 180 countries. We have dying people in the streets of this fucking country because we're getting in everybody else's business, forcing to pay for our oil with the U.S. dollar after the Bretton Woods agreements in 1973. Brokering us off this. Whatever happened to Donald Trump? Auditing fucking Fort Knox, Donald Trump, you piece of shit. I have no qualms against Donald Trump, brothers, sisters, but I just know him better than fucking anybody on this rock, I guarantee you. Put me up against anybody with this motherfucker. I don't want no vengeance against him, but the dude is 9/11. 4 + 5 is 9. 4 + 7 is 11. Fuck off. There's your man who dropped 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. I've been saying it for fucking how long on this channel? I'm not some prophet. Prophet means teacher. I'm just telling you what they do in their white papers. It's been on the goddamn dark web for decades. You just come to the light. I said that after the COVID. Who do you think's responsible for that? Oh, Mr. Warp Speed, the one who declared a national emergency. Revelation 3:11, I come quickly, let no one take your crown. Fuck Donald Trump. There we go. I don't care. Only Father's my judge. Okay? I don't want Father to judge me. One sin is death. I need a covering. They started it on 3/11. March 11th, 3/11, I come quickly, let no one take your crown. Fuck all you dumbasses. You don't stand up now, you're not Christ-like. Grow the fuck up. That's why they threw him in jail for standing up he'd be in jail right now for standing up this system. That's why Father sent him to stand up, because they perverted his law. Remember? If you covet another man's wife, that is adultery. I don't think any of you even know who Christ is. Remember, they killed him. If you were loved by this world, you'd be hated by my Father. You think I'm here to make friends with this world? You know what the word nice means? It means to be stupid. Grow up. Start defining some words that come out of your mouth. I think I'm afraid of some government. I'm not afraid of no government. I'm afraid that if I don't do a Father's will, he's going to make me gnash teeth. Hell is not someplace below your feet. That's that Revelation 9:11 sun god that he has his house decorated with. Satan. Donald Trump has a 58-story tower. Satan had a 58-story tower. Donald Trump's house is decorated with Satan. That's how fucking stupid Americans are. And they voted for him twice. And now I hear this fucking make my soul eternal quiver. Trump 2028. Fuck your rights. That should show you how ignorant of fucking Trump supporters are. Trump 2028 should share you, fucking make your whole soul just what the fuck. They don't care about the right of the people. Fuck all you people. I'm gonna send my 2 witnesses. Don't care about this country. Fuck it ain't the country. How about the right of the people? Fuck people. How about the right of the people? The freedom, the right to choose. That's what this country was about. Not I have to do this. If ain't no fucking victim, you have the right to face your accuser. It says if it's not adjudicated to the House, Congress said it's repugnant. You're not supposed to follow it. Learn your fucking rights. And you don't stand up, so it don't matter. You're just going to get in your little work camps when they pull this fake alien bullshit by the government, followed by the military-industrial complex. And guess what? Life goes on. You're just going to have to deal with fucking tech and robots in your life and getting UBI and going on a digital, communized, tokenized, credit scored, blockchain communism worldwide. Get your goddamn work camps. Work for the government. It's coming. They did it during World War II, and they're going to do it again. My evidence is on this channel. They put my work on the debt calculator. Why? Oh, the agape of money is the root of all evil. It's being sealed and marked, and it doesn't have anything to do with a physical. There's no physical Israel. That's why he supports that. Yes, the Apollyon sun god Satan, he's going to buy Gaza. No, he's not going to buy Gaza. He's going to fucking take it. Fuck Donald Trump. Lock him up because he's going to take over Gaza. That is the Anunnaki giants, not fallen angels. No such thing as fallen angel. Fallen doesn't mean from the sky. Hitler did not get no fucking fallen angel technology. Alien is the word. Aliens is 2 word. If you call my Father I am Shiloh, right? Hokadesh spirit. He is the word without flesh. Christ is the word in flesh. A fucking alien. I'm going to have an issue. And I ain't going to care because you know what? You got more issues than Rolling Stone. You think I got issues and something's wrong with me because I point this shit out. People come here constantly push drugs on me and tell me something's wrong. You're okay with the man decorating his house with Satan. And people voted in for him. Remember, made the wood 3 times. What the fuck? You're only allowed to run for 2 terms. They already said both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, 2 cheeks to the same hole, 2 wings to the same dragon, that he'll be the last president. Didn't I fucking tell you that back in, well, what, 20? What? No, hold on. That was... Remember, I warned you of Donald Trump even before he ran for office because I've been studying. He said he was going to run for office back in the fucking 80s. Remember, he said, I'm going to invent a microscopic line of camels and I'm sparing no expense. That's as blasphemy as you can get, remember? And it'd be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man through the gates of heaven. He's mocking Christ. He decorates his house with Satan, and people love him. Remember, just like Hitler, Time Man, Man of the Year, locked up in the pit in Revelation. That's why they're doing their... I'm not afraid of these motherfuckers. Come on. Where's my son? Let's make a fucking deal. You want to make a deal? That's all you guys do is fucking... This is who Donald Trump has his house decorated. If you're this fucking stupid, you better go back and watch this channel. Remember, alien's a word? If you think on a planet, there's no such thing as planet. There's not a word. That's not a word in Scripture. Remember, they thought the sun was dying, and they prayed to Saturn. This is all Satan. Jesus Christ, birthed in the middle of the winter. Satan, the sun god, Apollyon, Mithra. You better look at who the hell you want, you know. Words. Words are pretty important here while you're here. Don't waste your words. No, I don't need to take a breath. Why? What am I, a robot? He's a drone. Oh, he did the 666. Oh, come on. Stop playing games. You have a chance to stand up. That's what you're going to do with your breath and your time and type. It'd be a good tour to your time, obviously, because time's, well, whatever. Time's a doorway. Time is a clock above your head, and you can't go to the clock above your head. So that's why I want him arrested, because space is not what you're being told. So whatever. I have to stand up to my judgment after I die. Remember, there's only one judgment. People die, don't go to the sky. Hell's not below your feet. There's no such thing as earth below your feet. Earth is a ruled. Heaven's not above your head. That is his favorite pride class lying. Remember, from the tribe of Judah, kings. They just had their no kings ritual. Remember, there's 2 kings, 2 crowns. I come in Revelation 3:11 when they started the virus, let no one take your crown. You have to have a crown to set at the feet of Father Christ. Well, if you want to receive your inheritance and not, you're fucked. You're going to gnash teeth. And that hell is not below your feet. That's the sun god that he has his house decorated with, Satan, Mithra, Apollyon, Jesus Christ. Just showed you right there. I have all the evidence. Well, what do you do? I only have so much time, man. I want to find my son before they put this whole fucking country on lockdown. I want to get the federal government's fucking attention. You know, I already have. Where my fuck is my son? I know where he's at. No, go get him and we can make a fucking deal. Bring his dead body to me, my son's dead body to me, and I'll fucking let this shit go. I won't sue you. I'll only sue the bonds of the people because I don't want to sue the state or the county. I never did. That's why I've held off for all this time. Could have filed a lawsuit over a year ago and been a millionaire. I know my son could be a millionaire. My daughter, they fucking just by the grenade, by waking him up from his sleep, shooting my son with his hands in the air. There's just too many things they fucked up on. You have to do this by the, remember, there's a procedure. I've done special weapons and tactics. It's called use of force, brothers and sisters. You can't just fucking grenade somebody if they're not being any aggressive. There doesn't matter if they thought there was some, their evidence against me, because I have it, is that if backed into a corner, I would strike, and I was trying to teach you orge, quick to wrath, quick to indignation, quick to judgment, and quick to anger. These are things that we have to let vengeance be mine. We used to be eye for an eye. You can protect your home. And so I was teaching you the right under the 4th Amendment to be secure in your house of papers, persons of effect, that you have the right to protect. That's Title 18 are the original statutes, adjudicated through the House, Congress, and Senate, triable under the 6th Amendment. I know my fucking rights. I'm not stupid. I used to do this for a living. Okay. So, and it's like, I know they don't have any evidence in me or my son. Okay. Affirmative defense allows me to protect myself from legal prosecution. See, this all over him saying my son didn't do his probation. Not only did he do it once, he did it twice, and they're still trying to throw him in fucking prison. So I have all the evidence. They're just pissed off at me, the dad that keeps speaking up and doing all these blogs. And see, remember, I put the Trump on my profile picture to warn you before he was ever ran for president this last time and spoke about it, because I know I've been studying their white papers. You know what I'm saying? They've been on the dark web. That's why we know Donald Trump is a PDF file. There's no fucking questioning that. And all of them are in government. I'm not afraid to say that. Pizzagate, enter through the fucking Broadway that enters to the Pizzagate. Hell's no knowledge. That's all hell is. That's what hell is. Hell is the word bis. Remember Revelation 9:11? 4 + 5 is 9. 4 + 7 is 11. President 9/11, he has his house decorated with that sun god Satan. That's why he paints his face orange like the sun. These fucking people are so lost in space, right? I'm going to invent space bars. I'm not doing it. Remember? Show me where it says planet in scripture. Where's a planet? See, they do it by scripture, and they know it. Donald knows it better than anybody. And remember, Isaiah 45:7, Donald Trump was created by Father Evil. Father creates way more evil. Everybody in this world just walk around and go, okay, everybody's evil. There's really no good people. Everybody I walk around is evil. You might have a better understanding how the scripture works. Let me show you this way. Watch. Christ is tribulation. Christ is suffering. Christ stood up to this. Christ would be in jail already. Remember, he went up and stood up to this perverted taxation, bringing 501c3 money into the churches, all this stuff. You know, like I said, you're just going to have to look in this for your own. You can't turn a goat into a sheep. Remember, the chosen is already bought, paid, and purchased. You spend it, it's gone. You don't know what saved means. You have to die to be saved. But I'm not going to go into that right now. Look, it's not hard to see. Peace is antichrist. Look at what it says. Peace is suffering is that's what Christ did for standing up to the law. They hated him because he stood up to the church that said that the kingdom of heaven is within, that the temple does not, the most high does not, the most high, not the number one drug dealer who sells more drugs on anybody on this concrete rock that we walk right here, or whatever this ball that was blocked, or your ball, whatever you're camped in. And I don't do balls or squares or round in here. It's not allowed. We'll kick you out of here. So, look at what's going on here. This is okay. Do you realize for the last 50 years, we have allowed this country we go and use our military and force everybody to pay for oil with the US dollar while the people get to lap up all the freedoms in this country at the threat of a gun, the threat of arrest, actually the threat of a military. You ever been on the other end of a depleted uranium bullet? They never did find any weapons of mass destruction. Gaddafi, he was trying to sell oil, right? We'll buy oil with remember the dinar and then some gold. They don't want this. This is something that nobody in America wants to face. This Bretton Woods agreement forcing everybody for 50 years with their tax dollars to kill everybody across the nation, that they're an accessory to murder. When by come judgments, they don't think they are now. There's only one judgment, but when they die, they paid for you would be if they put you on a trial. Like if they even looked at the evidence in this trial, there really is. They're all going to go to prison. You know, this, you're not paying attention. This is all still happening. Remember, he tariffing everybody. That's you paying too. He came in and said, pay or play. We already fucked everybody up for 50 years plus with the Bretton Woods Agreement, with 1,000 military bases in 180 countries. Now he's kicking people by executive order into fucking jail for being poor. Who do you think's making them poor? The governments. There's more congressmen that are millionaires and then the populace. Remember, we have a $1 trillion military budget. They're spending $1 trillion every 100 fucking days. You've been asleep at the wheel. Remember, at 33 trillion, you can't pay this back ever again. That's not even including the unfunded liabilities. You know, if they included that, we're over 400 trillion. For all the derivatives, that's 3 quadrillion. You don't have any idea what's going on here, do you? Oh, we're going to kick out this 38 trillion. I can't believe in the economic sector what this Trump administration and all his family and the Trump coin and all this, what they just did. They're going to take and put this, attach it to a stable coin, and they pushed all that debt out into the market under that stable. They got it. It's whatever. It won't last forever. None of this is permanent anyways. It's all just temporary. Life is just a flash in the pan. You know, this flesh is temporary. You should be focused after when you die. Remember, deny yourself daily, take up your cross daily, and follow after me. So back to what I was saying, this is suffering. Suffering is crucifixion. Christ stood up. The kingdom of heaven is within. Your body is a temple. That threatened the Pharisees. He called them the synagogues of Satan. You understand? The synagogues of Satan. He stood up to these people, and they hated Christ. Remember, they didn't love everybody. This fake Jesus bull crap. That ain't Christ. Christ. Remember, if you covet another man's wife, that is adultery. He started making changes and made it spiritual. Remember, not the physical. People don't even know Christ. I don't know. I can bring him your biblical scholar. Bring him any religion, any person you say that knows Christ. Bring him here. I'll show you. I don't know who Christ is. And it doesn't make me special. Don't boast because you know, but woe if you don't go share that light. That light is him. That's Father, I am. Shiloh the Ram is Father. Christ is the Lamb. The word in flesh. But people don't study the word. So go ahead. Bring your biblical scholars in here. And bring any of your goddamn, unless they want to actually truly wanted to arrest me, I'd have to actually admit, you know, for them to charge me. That's why nothing has probably happened under a capital letter name. And I already in open court exercised my right of subrogation in open court, and my judge, seated judge right there, told me I made my record. I said, nope, I'm taking over power attorney. That straw man capital. They never arrested me. I am Apocalypse. When they asked me, what is your name? I am Revelation. They said, that's not your name. That's more charges. That's a falsified official statement to a police officer. I said, oh, good, more charges. Great. Well, I'm not some capital letter name. My name is capital T, small r, small a, small c, small y, capital W, small e, small r, small n, small e, small r. I don't operate in commerce. I only operate in a private capacity. And I don't care if your system can't put me in there under that name. I'm not capital letters. Okay. So you can't, I'm not, that's not who I am. You got a system. It's being recorded. I see you, audio. I'm pointing at the camera right now, so I'll be calling into discovery during anything. If you try to throw me in your little kangaroo court, I'm not a capital letter name. I'm not sovereign, but I don't go on dates with men. I don't follow mandates, codes, or ordinances. Those are for businesses. Corporation, once again, I only operate in a private capacity, not in commerce. So let's go. You know, so I know what I'm doing. I'm not stupid. Remember, if they're going to charge me, they have to charge me in an Article 3 court. There's only one in the country. And there's three articles. First is administrative, not judicial. Let's see, the third article is judicial. They have to charge you under the Title 18 statutes. Those are the original statutes that were adjudicated through the House, Congress, and Senate. This wasn't serfdom by King's order like what Trump's doing. Congress should be making tariffs, and Congress should be making executive orders. You just forgotten your fucking law. Congress makes the law. House, Congress, Senate. Judicial, legislative, executive. I know this. I've studied. I just did a thing on the Declaration of Independence the other day in here that it's not only the right of the people to overthrow this tyrannical government, go blow all their heads off if you had to, but we're past that. And I'm not calling for violence. It wasn't the right, but the duty to do that. It's past that. You know, I'm not calling for any violence. I'm just telling you, under the Declaration of Independence, actually in the Constitution of the United States, it's illegal to overthrow the government. Fucking know your rights, you dumbass motherfuckers. Call me and come here and call me stolen fucking valor. I defend the country, the right of the people, the organic law, the Black's law. You've always had the right. This ain't fucking, can't be on. So yes, it is. It's went back to merchant law. That's why it's back to the queen. This is all what this land, air, and water law. Water. Come on. Just dripping. Your head's dripping, isn't it? Huh? What? Huh? Come on. Water is deception in the age of what? Pisces. You've been deceived. This is not some kind of country. This is a corporation sold your labor on the stock exchange. It's called your merchant number. It's a credit. You call it a card, a social security card, or whatever your capital letter. I already told you. I exercise my right of subrogation. I challenge the judicial capacity of the seated judge, saying you're not operating in an Article 3 court. You're only operating in a fort that's administrative. You don't have any judicial capacity. I'm challenging the judicial capacity of Dave Vandenberg, the man who I believe is responsible for the murder of my son, and said, you don't have any judicial capacity. Yeah, you don't. And until you, can prove you actually have judicial capacity, I'm not giving you this merchant number, which is called, that's your subrogate, which is my capital letter straw man, my capital letter name, which they're trying to extort my bond. That's what you call it. It's a bond. You don't know what is happening, but it's happening to everybody in this country. It doesn't mean it's not. I have made notice of liability, put all the courts. That's why the federal government's fucked now, because I put them all on notice of liability of all punitive, all emotional, all physical damage. And, do you know anything I'm talking about? See, you can't, under Title 18 of the original statutes, back in 1871, they turned this into a corporation. This is not a country. This is a corporation. Your labor is sold on the stock exchange. That's why I say you're accessory to murder after you die, because you paid for tax dollars to go kill Ukrainian women. You might not know the logistics, but you're still an accessory to murder. So either way, after you die, he pours out a just measure. The measure you pour out on this, remember, love thy neighbor like thy enemy, like thyself, under this covenant. We're not even supposed to have any military outside our borders under this covenant. How about that? And I'll say that because I don't know any pastor, teacher, and I don't call for the name. I don't care, but we're not supposed. Remember, no foreign entanglements under this covenant. God required war. God required you have sex with your sister and multiply too, right? You can't do that. He made a new covenant. And this supposedly one nation under God. See, these constitutional rights were protected with the law of the land. Remember, House, Congress, and Senate. In 1871, they turned this corporation. That's when they added all these revised statutes to your Title 18. Is that they're going to charge you RICO. I don't care what state or federal charge. These are criminal charges. Okay, Sixth Amendment. You want to write something down. I'm not reading your comments anyway. So if we have moderators, moderate anybody's off subject here, please. Under those Title 8 statutes, they're revised. Okay, and those are for businesses that are revised. That's why if you live in a state, you're in Florida, it's FRS, Florida revised statute. Okay, and they charge you Title 18. The Title 18 are the criminal statutes, and they're going to try you under Sixth Amendment. That's your right of trial. You have the right to fair trial, speedy trial, call witness in your favor, ever under that right. So if they're going to do this, they have to go by these procedures. That's what I'm saying. These people are fucked coming in grenading my son and daughter. That's why they killed them. Or they won't give them back to me because they know they're going to get sued massively. But I have held off because I just want accountability. But anyway, back to the right of you, the people. In 1871, they turned this from the 13 colony, the Congress. Remember, you've forgotten your rights. This was turned into a corporation, and they added these revised statutes that were not adjudicated through the House, Congress, and Senate, which means they're repugnant. Under Title 18, the original revised statutes under Title 18, those statutes, not revised, those revised statutes, you're going to understand there are statutes, Title 18 statutes, but the revised statutes didn't go through our judicial process, House, Congress, and Senate. Therefore, it tells in our Constitution, if it's not gone through the judicial, legislative, and executive branch, it is repugnant. And not only do they have a problem there, because if you're going to charge somebody, it has to be in a judicial capacity. There's only one new judicial court. That's the third article. There's three: first, administrative, not judicial; third, judicial; and fourth, territorial. See, they're trying to charge me under a fourth territorial court under ORS, revised statutes. Now, they don't even have me under arrest as a capital letter name, because you have to admit to these courts to let them extort your bond. That's just the way it works. You say, yes, I'm that. 98.5% of cases in America, okay, go to the deal where you're like, okay, we'll bend over, and if I go to jail, I'll let Bob, cock rock me with his buddy, and I'll eat cock meat sandwiches, and he can double stuff me with his buddy like an Oreo, and I'll pay for my own ass rape and face raping, if that goes that far. But you pay for that under your bond number. See, that district attorney who's the chief of finance. See, I already challenged you the judicial capacity of this seated clerk. Said, you're not operating in a judicial capacity. They're not charging me in a Title 18, right? They're charging me in a revised statutes in a fourth administrative court. I know my rights. There's only one third administrative court. So you got to know your rights. So that's why it's gone 16 months. They've kidnapped my son and daughter. They haven't been able to prosecute me. They came to try to kill me, and evidence would show in a federal court. I mean, they hit me in the face with a grenade, tear gassed me 5 times, and tried to get me to come out because they sold the local people that there was going to be a firefight. They wanted to come here and they wanted to me to, I'm a veteran. They wanted me to go with my instincts, and it's okay. And I have all the evidence against them, but I want to know where my son and daughter are at, and I can't even report their dead bodies. These people say they don't have any jurisdiction. They came here and shot, and I evidence them shooting my son with his hands in the fucking air. They hit me in the face with a grenade. That's illegal. That's a use of force regulation. That's an attempted murder charge. You can't take a projectile. I still have, look, I got the tear. They didn't even police up. They did such a bad job here. They didn't even police up all their brass. It's called policing your brass. Look at this. They shot 5 of these, and that you can hear them. Like I said, there's all this stuff. Even that's how I didn't even hear my son and daughter being grenaded. They woke them up with a hand grenade. That's what woke me up. They think they have evidence against me. Oh, I haven't broken any laws. My son didn't do his fucking probation, brothers and sisters. This is all this is about. And he not only did it once, but he did it twice. So they owe him a lot of money. Then they kidnapped my daughter without a warrant. You have to show probable cause on a warrant. If you're under your Fifth Amendment rights, under your Fourth Amendment, I was just speaking about earlier, to be secure in your house, papers, persons in effect, you have the right to warrantless search or seizure. They're going to come in and serve a warrant. They have to properly. The only issue I have with the attorney that I currently have is he says they didn't have to show me. Okay, well, whatever. They have to fucking show me. They just can't grenade my son and fucking daughter, But once again, I have held off on suing these people, just so you know, because I don't want to make the taxpayer pay for the criminal liability. Why are they being liable for their criminal behavior of their public servants? That's not right. That just doesn't set right. Now, I will sue these people's bond because they're all bonded. I know all of them are bonded, and you can do that, but I'm going to have to do that through civil lawsuit to file criminal liability to go after the bond, because otherwise it's a big race. I'm just to try to find where my son, dead daughter, and know where they're at, and they just won't get them. I've already reported where they're at, and they're in some illegal mining operation that under Marshal Radanich at the time of my arrest, which is on here, and I have evidence of being arrested. I'm saying, Marshal Radanich, this is where my son's at. Why aren't you guys trying to find my son? And they just keep arresting me and throwing me in jail I got literally thrown in jail for telling the cop, I know, you guys know something about my son. You've had a whole year and you're not doing anything, and you're going to other people's property and harassing them when you could be looking for my son. He turned around retaliatory charges, filed harassing the police, menacing the police, came in, took my guns, retaliatory charges because I told him to go look for my son. So I've been thrown in jail. I have over 16 months in this. They haven't even opened the case, just so you know, up until now. And I've got a recent attorney, but I don't even think they've opened up the case, just because I've been over and over asking them to open the case, because I know as soon as they do, they're going to be under liability. They can't even actually open the case. And I know that, and I'm trying to tell you why. And it's a little complicated for most people to understand this, but it doesn't matter. I have not broken any fucking laws. I have under the Fourth Amendment right to protect my son, even under habeas corpus, or myself from illegal prosecution. That's ever done. I wasn't threatening violence. They're the one who came and grenaded my son and daughter in their sleep. We asked them. I have here all the evidence, discovery, under the right of discovery, suppression of evidence. They can't suppress evidence at trial to bring to discovery. I told you that's under your Sixth Amendment. The right to fair trial, speedy trial, call witness in your favor. That is that discovery, whether it be physical evidence. You have the right to cross. Remember, each side has the right to, you can't just throw something in court and say, yeah, look what we got on you. So each has to get the discovery from the defendant. And so I know my rights. I did this. I've done this. They have violated my civil rights criminally. And that's why I just really can't get my attorney. And I think you guys got to remember, your attorney, okay, your attorney that you hire, that gets paid, you pay him a lot of money, whoever he is, for the biggest case, or the public defender. Even the judge, brothers and sisters, I know it's a little hard to believe. They all work for what is called the chief of finance. That's the district attorney. He's the one who signs the warrant. The judge is acting like he has authority. There's 400 fake fucking judges in this country acting as they're clerks. They're no different than the lady who checks you in. They have no judicial capacity. I already told you. They're charging you under a revised statute that wasn't adjudicated through the House, Congress, and Senate. They're revised. And therefore, they'd still have to charge you under remember, in a third article court. Now, all this is crimes of commerce. As hard as this is to fathom your brain, and they know, I don't know why this has been, because God is doing this, okay, just like what's going on with my son. I can't do it. I've done everything. These people literally grenaded, kidnapped my daughter, illegal detainment without probable cause, no indictment signed by a judge. See, under your Fifth Amendment, you have the right to be, under your Fourth, secure in your house, papers, persons in effect. They're going to cost your body. That if they're going to take your body, they have to show cause, probable cause on a warrant. They need to have indictment, a jury indictment, right? It's a special, it's just so stupid how they do this. It's the way it works. Our system works, but they have to show probable cause and have a signed warrant by a judge if they're going to take and accost or remove your body. arrest your body, okay? Or I don't care if they put your hands behind you, you've been arrested, your wrist has been arrested, but whatever. Won't go into that right now. They have to show probable cause on a warrant. They came out here with no warrant for my daughter and literally grenaded her in her fucking sleep. She didn't do anything. She just here because her husband was going to get locked up. And I said, you're going to spend the rest of your days. They're going to lock him up. We have all the evidence. You're not going anywhere. Stay here. This all work out. And pleaded in 258 hours. And I have 5 years of calls to the federal government on this case. So, this is crazy. I was not worried about coming here and do this Trump for prison shit because they already try to fucking, they're trying to throw me in prison, and they were trying to throw my son in prison because they're mad at me because I'm an activist. I'm not fucking political. I hate fucking politics. Poly meaning many, tick meaning bloodsucker. What happens when an actor, retires? He becomes a politician. How do you know when a politician is lying? Their fucking mouth is moving. I have the right to free speech. Under the Fourth Amendment, I have the right to protect my son from illegal prosecution. It's called affirmative defense. Look it up. Look it up right now. It justifies my actions in a civil and criminal liability action. It's called justification defense, excuse defense. It excuses my actions to protect myself from legal prosecution under the Fourth Amendment, where I have my right to be secure in my house, papers, persons, and effects. They're literally trying to, like I said, this is cruel and unusual punishment. This is a case of probably one of the biggest cases ever to come out of the state of Oregon in the last, 10 years. This is a case that will go on to, but they probably won't. If they kill me right now, there's nobody who's come in and stepped in and even tried to help me. Don't care about me. I don't care what happens to me, but my son, who I know where his murdered or missing body is at. I know where my daughter and murdered missing body. They told me he was in that area. They told me they even physically had him on camera, but they won't go get him when they have a warrant for his arrest. But they came here to arrest him. They didn't come here to arrest him. They came here to kill me. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. See, I got my son involved in something because of my mouth. And I feel really bad as a dad because he told me to take a large amount of precious metals and go on the road and just do the ministry and stop doing this whole activism thing and just go do the church. And so I feel terribly liable that I am responsible for his death because I, not physically or anything, but I should have just listened to him. It's this gold and silver that Marshall, who I don't know if it's federal or what, that got, I believe, him killed. I believe my son stood up for me to a man who I've been trying to point out to where he's at in this illegal gold mining operation. I think this guy's a trafficker. I think he works for the government. I think this is why his name's Marshall. None of his stuff adds up. It's kind of like this Paul Palmer attorney. His name is not Paul Palmer. His name is Rahamil Ahmed. What the fuck are they doing in this case? Why is the government not fucking stepping in? I've been calling for the government for 5 years to come out to this county that I live in because it ain't new news. How do you think the drugs get in the prison? Guards. How do you think, who sells more drugs than anybody? Donald Trump with his $2.2 trillion jab, the creator of the jab. 100% will go down in history. Outsold any real estate. That was number one selling product, either commercial, not residential, but with $2.2 trillion with that Pfizer jab. See, I'm a threat to the system, and I don't care why they attacking my fucking son. My son should have his life back right now. My daughter should have her life back right now. My daughter was kidnapped. They released her charges. My son went missing in September. Her charges got dropped in September. I believe that's when they were both picked up, and I can't even get anybody to fucking help me. The hard thing about waking up every day in this country right now is I did serve the right of the people. I know where their possible dead or raped or extorted bodies are at, but I can't get anybody to look for them. Even when I have an attorney and I report them to the county, they say if they go there because the judge has signed some no contact order, I'm breaking my no contact order and they're going to come arrest me. And then I have a judge tell me in Josephine County, I didn't know unbeknown to me. And I'm reporting, hey, I reported my son, dead in murder. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't talk about that. That's gibberish. You're being nutty. I said, it's nutty for reporting my son dead or missing. He said, stop talking. I'm going to throw you in jail. I'm going to come where you're at. They want me to stop talking about this murder of my son and daughter. And if they can get rid of me, this case is gone. I mean, I don't know if anybody can pick the candle up near the flame. I don't mean to do that. It's kind of a pagan kind of a thing, but we just live such a small life. My son he ain't got no trouble for years. I can prove that. Actually, my son could have got a probation at 17 months because he'd done everything he was supposed to do. He couldn't even leave the county he was in here until he'd done it. I mean, there's no doubt he did it. I mean, even like cellular data, like the Trump shooter sat in the bushes for 12 hours and then his phone went he went 45 miles. I want to know where all those phones that they had. Fuck statements. We'll use those too. So I have so much discovery. Let's see all where their phones went. My son did his probation with 5 fucking people. 2, Don Morgan, those are all males, and 2 females. Then he did it all over again, and he didn't do anything. After he put his head down, he got off of probation at 17 months. At 33, they came after him. He started doing it again. If I'd had $47,000, brothers and sisters, none of this would be happening right now. My son would be alive, and my daughter, or this wouldn't be happening. But I didn't have enough money. I have calls. I called him and told him to call his probation officer. Said, hey, I'll call John Kaligo, the attorney that I have right now, and find out what's going on with this restitution in your case. This is bullshit. It looks like they're charging you like you're the only one to go to fucking jail. 5 guys. Well, you're only one. It looks like you're the one. Hold on. You have any money? Why would that call exist? All these would have prevented a SWAT raid. So I have a massive lawsuit against the federal government. I have a massive lawsuit against the, state and county. But all I want them to do is find my fucking kids. And maybe we'll settle this afterwards. I have a court date tomorrow. I'm hoping somebody will show up and say, hey, look, all right, we're done, man. We're fucking done. We don't want this lawsuit. Because I told my attorney, hey, I can't report my son dead or missing to this county. And he's like, he didn't argue with me. He's like, report it to the state police. And this people who shot him. It's kind of hard to report. Every time I report my son, either end up in jail or being threatened with arrest or arrested or this is getting hard to keep, So I listen to him and I call the state police. These are people who shot him, and my daughter, and they won't take a report. They have no jurisdiction. They say they can come out here and crush this house, hurt my animals, I'm a farmer. All my stuff was, the little pins. They just wrecked it all, shot all the windows out of the cabin, 5 tear gas cannons. It's excessive force. It's attempted murder charges. One of those pins, man, I got these grenade pins. These are, and I don't mean to go there like that. I don't care about money. This is why I'm certain of it. That's why I do this shit. Maybe I'll get the government's fucking, one of these dumb fucking idiots will come out here and talk to me. I try to get him to come to this gate for years, so I have all the evidence. And under the Tampa Bay Treasury calculator, I'm billing them, and they're already on notice of liability. But I don't know. I have 2 of these. They didn't police these up. These are $1 million, possibly $100 million grenade pins. You don't throw a grenade at my face, even if you have a warrant for my arrest. All I asked was if my son was okay, and they hit me in the face with a grenade. If you want to see it, I live stream the whole thing. I'm a blogger, and I've been doing this for a while. I really wish. I think I'm gonna go back pretty soon. I'm not going to stop this live stream, but we'll see what further happens to me. I'd like to just produce channel content again for a while. This live stream's kind of beat me up. People are brutal in this. Where'd you go? Sorry, I got you in my little drawer there. I got all my pins and stuff in there. But anyways, these grenade pins are at least, $100 million each. These people can't just hit my son in the face and daughter or hit me in the face and hit my son and daughter from a dead fucking sleep. So I want accountability, and I don't care what happens to me. So I'm putting everything I have out there. I have a court date tomorrow, and I'm hoping these motherfuckers, somebody will get somebody's attention. But you don't wake my daughter up and with no warrant for her arrest and then arrest her and drop her charges later. She went missing in September by a sister, so did my son. So this, we'll see. I'm just putting it out there because fuck Trump, man. This dude, these guys got so much fucking power. Well, let's see what this Trump administration has to say about it. Yeah, I'm pointing out that you're a fucking decorate your house with Satan. Do something about it, fucking Cash Patel. I had somebody come in here. I'm calling Cash Patel, and fucking they'll be there at your house in 15 minutes. Fucking people are just lost. But Father created all things. So I am not worried about, I seek no vengeance across no man. I can't do that. I don't want to. I don't care. Father will pour out a just measure on all these people. I pleaded for 258 hours for them not come with men with guns and hurt any of us. And they still did it anyways. They didn't care, and they did it illegally. If they came here with some legal warrant, you still have to operate and, serve the warrant legally. You can't wake somebody from their sleep without, from a dead fucking sleep with a grenade that's fucking concussion grenade. I can't even imagine how my son had. All of us should have been taken to the hospital. Instead, they hauled us off to the county jail. So this town is real corrupt down here. And recently, just show you the recent corruption. We lost the 911, but we have more cops now. What the fuck is that all about? So I've asked for the federal government to come out here and investigate Lake County Sheriff's Office with the corruption with Michael Taylor, Ted Martin. These people are going to have to be brought back up under indictment because they're both retired now in this case that I'm dealing with is 5 years old where they're trying to prosecute my son. I'm just his dad trying to help his son out because the system's trying to fucking illegally prosecute him, and it's okay. I'm not anxious. I know Father has my son right where he wants him to be, but I don't know why Father's punishing my son and daughter because of my actions. But Father does all these things after his own counsel. He does them for his own pleasure. This is one nation under God, and that's not the God Donald Trump has his house decorated with. He has his house decorated with Satan. So fuck Donald Trump, fuck this country, and fuck everyone in this country that don't give a fuck about the right of the people. I didn't take an oath to you. I didn't take an oath to no fucking flag. I didn't take an oath to no fucking corporation. I took an oath to the constitutional right of the people. Go fuck yourself. Go away from me. Nobody will fucking help my son. I don't care about me. I want to fucking die. And not because I have some death wish. You can imagine waking up every day and you can't even report your son fucking dead. You understand? You know, it's disgusting. And he made a mistake, but he fixed it many years ago. Quiet young man. Drive a little car that's loud, but never knows complaints. His wife was working 5 days a week and then 2 days extra, 7 fucking days a week to try to make sure her husband won't go to jail. And then they fucking grenade her, you know? Huh. No, Connor, you can't. Remember, Father sees all things, you know, he's inside us. So we're not getting, he sees our intention. So that's why I consider, and it hurts. You guys imagine, I'm tired of doing this. So fuck it. Trump for prison. Fuck it. You know, what I had to get the government's attention. I know I got their attention. You know, I'm going to sue the living fuck out of them. They take me to trial, brothers and sisters. I will take and sue both the federal, state, and county in this case. I don't want to. I think I've showed patience. As Father said, love is patient, love is kind, it is meek, it does not boast, and it is charitable. So I know what agape love is. Not phileo. I'm not doing this worldly thing. I'm trying to let the system give unto Caesar. I've done everything in this case that I can. The wheels turn slow. I know that they won't even do anything. They keep threatening, arresting me, and assaulting me, and I can't take this anymore. So I'm going to stand in, and I'm not, like I said, it was the same thing before. I'm not standing off, no guns. We're standing up for our fucking rights. Remember, under the right of affirmative defense, it's called self-defense is the legal description under your Fourth Amendment right to self-defense. You have the right to be secure in your house, papers, persons, effects. I didn't violate any rights. I had the right to protect my son. I asked them for 258 hours, which they were recording, which I have them on liability. That's why the federal government should have come out here, because the state was watching and filming everything that was inside this building, just like they're in here now. They're on. Now I know they're fucking filming this shit. They do it all the time. And then not that, it says it in their evidence that this channel is monitored. As soon as I go live, it's monitored. They have switches. They know that. They were watching everything that I was doing inside the fucking building, which makes them even more liable, because they know I wasn't grabbing any weapons. All I was going for, I just put a coat on and asked my son, is okay? Bam! Grenade to the face. Case fucking closed. But I got to do this. I think the attorney, again, he says, hey, you know, I can beat this case. I told him, I said, hey, I waited a month almost after calling. And he told me to report my son dead in murder, and daughter, and they won't take a report. I didn't call back. I think somebody, like I told you, has called him. They all work for the chief of finance. I don't think people understand. They're all on the same fucking team. They're all just trying to extort your merchant number. 98.5% of cases in America, it's 3% that take it to trial, but 1.5% duck out, take a deal. The same plea bargain thing that I told you. Allow them to extort your merchant number, your bond, that number that they're putting in, that's a capital letter name, irregardless. Only 1.5% of cases go to trial and render what is called a verdict by jury. I'm not going to say that. And I told my attorney, the last attorney quit because he said, I wanted to take it to trial. See, they're so used to the system in America. It's a staggering. It happens every year after year after year. The statistic doesn't very change so much. They fucking roll you guys so fucking hard every year. 98.5% of cases do not go to trial. And so I'm taking this to trial no matter what. So they got to have the money to take it to trial. They will lose this trial. I told my attorney, if they even look at the SWAT rate, I'm not going to jail. None of us are fucking guilty anyways. Look at this fucking, I need to get to this civil case, because the sooner I do this, maybe my son could file a massive lawsuit, my daughter. So that's why I don't have any evidence right now as a prior law enforcement officer done this investigation case to show that they're alive. I wish I had more evidence to support that their bodies are still maybe being extorted and work. That's very slim. It looks much more like a murder case and a cover up of a racket of mineral mining, of gold mining, strip mining, and a massive medicinal grow operations that are fronting for this gold mine. And I didn't mean to uncover this. If they would have just fucking dealt with this shit years ago and came out and investigated this police fucking department out here and found the corruption, they wouldn't have fucked with me. This didn't matter. I came out here and started messing with them. Sure, you're fucking corrupt. You sell fucking drugs to the farmers out here. I had evidence from other people. They're just, nobody will stand up in this town. The people are afraid of the fucking cops of this town. For decades they've come out and I've talked about it. The school, they finally just arrested somebody from this fucking cool another county, guys. This dude is a fucking absolute, this county over here, they get away with the farmers' kids beat the fuck out of the poor kids in this fucking town. And they get to haze them, literally, not bully, but haze. I'm a veteran. I know what it'd be like to be fucking beat around and hit and, use corporal punishment. They're doing this, and the teachers are turning their fucking cheeks in this town, and they have, against the poor fucking kids. This sucks, man. There's story after story after story. People ask the feds to come out and just investigate North Lake County School because these rich farmers' fucking kids get to be physical and beat the shit out of the poor kids. And nothing happens year after year after year. Oh, no, that's not. Yes. And now finally this fucking guy, he went to another county and the shit hit it back on him. I've asked the feds to come out to this county. You know what I'm saying? This county is an amazing place. We just get rid of these corrupt fucking criminal, all of them. This is the most beautiful place I've found. I mean, there's the whole land. It's just to be what's happening right now. There's a lot going on in this country. I live in the largest dark sky sanctuary. I don't let nobody shit in my backyard. I don't give a fuck if you're a police officer, who the fuck you are. I don't care if I told me I sat on the Chamber of Commerce. You ain't got to throw your money at me. Your money don't mean shit to me. I got family that are fucking millionaires. My dad was an actor. My grandmother was an actress. My aunt was an actor. Fuck your fame, your fortune. Fuck, that don't mean shit to me. Your money don't mean nothing. I'm going to come out here and live the American dream right under your fucking nose. You're going to stop kicking the fucking people out here. There's so many little fucking places out here. People try to pop up and you've squeezed them right the fuck out of here. That's how my son ended up getting in trouble. Going out and hanging out here in the desert. Fucking 19-year-old kids just hanging out, eating the shit that's fitting and sitting in their ears, trying to not just let it go to waste. And they got caught fucking breaking into fucking bunch of empty buildings. Nobody was even in them. And then it was just a fucking rat, Tony Karsten, who I believe has everything Marshall knows and look, just go look at the case, man. I want to focus, on this. Really, like I said, I'm a little bit beside myself. I just spent 16 months of my life, and it got me nothing. What kind of constitutional right do I have left? None. Only one: my freedom of fucking speech. That's it. They took every other right and violated it, and I have evidence, both civil and criminal. So I don't mean to load this all on you. Just look at it. I want my fucking kid back, and I'm not going to get him. He was supposed to move here with my daughter. I have another 20-acre parcel, another 5-acre, and I sold the other one, but he was supposed to move up the road, and he already bought stuff in his property. They already I had him this close to fucking being with me, and he didn't like it out here, but then the cops came and fucking just shot him, grenaded my son and daughter, and then grenaded me, my animals, and ever since it's just been, I spent 16 months for nothing, and over $100,000. And now I got to come up with another $5,000. I just gave tens of thousands of dollars by tomorrow, or I'm not going to be able to have to represent myself. But attorney can't represent me if they don't have the money. I just don't have it right now. I do. I just have it in assets. I can't sell anything because I put everything up. Nothing. I'm not getting any hits. Go look at my hits. They're on there, but I don't get any hits on my post. And so it's not being pushed out in the traffic. I live out in the middle of nowhere, and I make my living off of a lot of things off the internet. I still buy, sell, trade, do things out here, but I don't depend on the local business. Most of my business comes from horse trading, not always a little horse, but that's how I work. So I have assets. Anybody want to buy a motorcycle or flatbed turbo diesel truck, a Ford 4x4, I got land for sale. I don't want to grift anybody, but you want to buy something? Anybody got a donation? I'll want to come stay on some land for a while. I have another piece of property, a 20-acre parcel that's theirs. Actually, I need to sell that now, because I'm holding on to it for them. They're never going to come back here. They're never going to want, even if they are, I wouldn't blame them for ever coming back here and getting them fucking hurt, because I'm trying to stand up for them. They never probably expect to be grenaded from fucking a dead sleep. My daughter probably's terrorized, and I can't imagine how she feels being grenaded and then fucking kidnapped. She didn't do shit. She working 7 fucking days a week to help her husband from going to jail, and they kidnap her, and they released her charges, but then that's when she went missing again. I don't fucking understand here why I live in a country that can't, not one person give a fuck about fuck me and my son. What about my son and my daughter? Her alone could be being raped right now, brothers and sisters, and that just drives me fucking insane. Every day I wake up and go, my daughter could be hurt, and my son, he's a grown ass man, but my daughter, she didn't do shit. That's why they even dropped her charges, and she's still involved in this shit now. And nobody will help. So, yep. High priest of the Satan Church, you dumb fuck. MAGA, Satan, the adversary. MAGA, high priest of the Satan Church. Baby drill, right in this numbskull's head. Chris, a fucking leaking fucking stupidity everywhere. What would you like to say that he decorates his house with Satan there, Chris? Apollyon, Satan, Mithra, the sun god, the one birthed in the middle of the winter. What do you have to say to that? And we know he's a PDF file. You ever been on the dark web? We know he let Joe Biden. Remember, you knew I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. I'll move on, brothers. If you want to help me, there's links in the fucking description. I have a court date tomorrow. I need $5,000. Buy something. I don't want to grift you. But anyways, moving on. Hey, Chris, you're a dumb fuck. Are you one of those Trump 2028 stupid fucking don't give a fuck about the right of the people? We're just going to, fuck, term limits, fuck all that shit. We're just going to be a dumb fucking idiot. Do you know Hillary Clinton sat at his fucking inaugural dinner? He said he was going to lock her up. Do you know how many hundreds of millions of dollars he funneled with Alex Jones for fucking prison, Donald Trump for prison? Yeah, two cheeks to the same hole, two wings of the same dragon. Democrat or Republican. No one cares about you or ever listen. What's your goal? Huh? Blah, blah, blah. All I hear is retardation. You hear that, brothers and sisters? Donald Trump decorates his house with Satan, and he thinks this is retarded. Isn't that fucking stupid? Here, you dumb fuck. Maybe you need some injury with your MAGA bullshit. This is who he has his house decorated with, you fucking idiot. That's how fucking stupid you are. Your brain has been frontal lobotomized. You saying retarded. I don't think you even have the ability to listen. Like a retarded ear, it's been restrained. You're screwed down like a throttle cable. Like every woman that I ever got on her back, she was screwed. Chris, you're an idiot. Blah, blah. What are you fucking? You're a goat. Don't try to speak sheep. You're a goat. Greatest of all time. MAGA is the high priest of the Satan Church. What do you have to say about that? MAGA is the high priest. Remember, free will, do as thou will, right? No free will. Chris, speak up. Come on. Blah, blah, blah. I'm fucking stupid fucking stupidest people ever in history. It will go down 100 years from now. Was the fucking people who supported Donald Trump. Remember, we know he's a PDF file. He said, grab her by the pussy. He said all these things for decades. All we know, he likes the kids, all these Epstein. It's all there. It's right there in front of your fucking face. Oh, no, there's no Epstein files. This is the kind of shit that you got to deal. Oh, he's one of these Kirk supporters, right? Lean a little bit too far to the right because he's, he knows too much. He's an elephant and ended up acting like an ass, huh? No, he didn't. That's a bunch of bullshit, too. These people believe what they're spoon fed. So Donald Trump made how much money did he make on Hillary for prison? Shirts, buttons, T-shirts, all of it. Websites, him with Alex Jones, both of them motherfuckers need locked in prison. Remember what happened to auditing the Fed? Instead, he fucking what? Blew Powell's bubble. The economy was going to blow. He expanded the debt larger than ever been expanded in the 68-year debt cycle, 10 and a half years. Greatest economy on emergency monetary policy. Pumped it for 3 years. It collapsed in 2.5 weeks. How the fuck is that the greatest economy ever? You fucking people are lost. Lost. Not you people here, but the Trump supporters. Anybody supports Trump or Biden. Donald is Hillary. Donald is JFK. They're all on the same fucking team. And anybody sells that, they've been frontal lobotomized. Don't talk to people who are fucking vote. They're idiots. Oh, if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. Fuck you. You still have a First Amendment right. Don't listen to these idiots. I let my dogs in. They need some food. Feed my chickens. I'll be back in a minute. If you'd like to go watch the SWAT raid right now, this would be a good time to go watch the SWAT raid. It's on the playlist. You can see what the fuck they did to me. I had a beard, but go see what they did to me. You tell me if that's right. You come back. You want to help my son, help me find my daughter. You want to make a donation. You want to buy some. There's a Predestined for Light in the thing. I don't want to grift anybody. I need fucking help. I'm a humble man, and I'm humble myself. I already shelled out $100,000+ this year to try to just help my son. I'm a retired man. Remember, I own the land. I'm just trying to help my son. I'm just a dad, no criminal charges, no record, and then they fucking come in, and now I'm facing possibly the rest of my life. Not the rest of my life. I ain't going to fucking jail. But, I mean, they got 4 felonies against me and another harassing and menacing the police for telling me, go find my son. I get thrown in jail for saying he'll go find my son. It's crazy. I've been just battered, and my body has been fucked up. Go see what they did to me. Grenaded me straight to the face, guys. I've never been to the doctor. Never, I don't think my son or daughter has. They should have taken us to at least get looked at for their own liability, and they didn't. They just took us all right to the fucking jail. So if you care about my daughter, fuck my son. He got in some trouble. He's a good young man. He did his probation not once. This is all we're saying. If he didn't do his probation, and he did it not once, but he did it twice, and I have all the proof he did. And then they fuck his wife up, dude. Grenade her from her sleep. Somebody help me with my daughter. Her name is Adriana Massey. I know where her body's at. I need somebody to help her. She's totally been victimized in this case. She was fucking kidnapped. That's why they released her charges. They totally didn't even have a warrant for her arrest. Help me. How about this? Let me ask you this. If anybody knows, and I don't care, just show them the SWAT raid. You want to make a lot of money. I don't care about fucking money. I need $5,000 tomorrow, and I ain't going to fucking worry about it again. I think about just walking away from everything I own anyways. I should have done that. My son probably wouldn't be alive or be unalived and here, because he told me to take the money you have and retire, Dad. Go do the ministry. Stop doing this bullshit online and the dog. Just take the animals and go. I just spent that double cab Tacoma. I just spent that on an attorney, and that was what I wanted, to take the animals and go on the road for the ministry. And I didn't. I'm a stupid fucking dad. I hate myself every day. And if I could die, I would feel a lot better right now, because I feel responsible for my son's own death because I didn't listen to him. And it got my daughter fucking murdered because, I couldn't listen to my son and just go retire and just go. Father presided me, but through my work and my labor, nobody gave it to me. I remember I'll get veterans benefits. I don't have any money coming in. I was a single dad to him for 8 fucking years, mom and dad, never child support, nothing. I ain't paid Social Security. I joined the military at 17. I had my first job at 13. I had a job before that, but started paying taxes at 15. I worked for the system. I wanted my money back. They wouldn't even give me the fucking money I paid to the system. I was a single dad at the time. This country has fucked me over, and now they've killed my son and daughter. Would you please help me look for them? Even if you can't do anything monetarily, please, somebody, anything. I've done everything I can, and all they keep doing is arresting me and battering me. But go look, and I'll tell you, if you're money motivated, we all need money. I'm not trying to, remember, I don't want to grift anyone. I'm actually giving you an opportunity. I haven't filed a civil lawsuit. I told you, in the county. And I'm getting, to the point. I have 1 day tomorrow. If they set this for trial tomorrow, I am going to sue them. I don't care if I go to trial or not. I've avoided this because it's criminal for me to sit there and make it, not criminal, but why would I make the taxpayer pay? They hurt me. They hurt my son. They hurt my daughters. They hurt my animals. Why does the taxpayer have to pay for the cops doing bad police work? They're public servants. They're community servants. They're supposed to be serving the community. And now the community's got to pay for the criminal behavior of their law enforcement officials. That doesn't feel right. And I've avoided, but it's time to make these people accountable. The only way I'm going to do it is sue civil lawsuit. I've spoken with this criminal attorney over and over and over again. I have to file the civil lawsuit. So if you show the SWAT raid, if you want to create a YouTube channel, you can take any content from this channel. You can start an auditor channel. It is Christ-like to be an auditor, like, he did. That's kind of what he audited, the law, and they hated him. They threw him in jail. You can take and start a YouTube channel. I bet you'd probably have to be to 200,000 subscribers in probably just a couple months. When you're not shadow banned like this channel, I made nearly 20,000 in a couple months. Then the channel was shadow banned. My son was the one who was explaining me. I did it on TikTok. Bam, 20,000. Shut it down. This channel would be 200,000 easily. We throw 200,000 people out of here on the live stream sometimes in a month. But it's not about the subscriber base for me. Listen. You can start a channel, or listen, if you want to take this SWAT raid video, show them. He hasn't filed anything. There's been no habeas corpus filed. There's nothing filed. Take this and find a civil lawsuit attorney. And when they say that, they'll be hungry because they'll see all the hundreds of millions of dollars. They can go through all the discovery, look at it, and they will be hungry. And I'll give you a percentage. 2-3%. I don't know. It's going to be millions of dollars you probably make by just finding a good. So go do some homework for me, guys. I can't do this anymore. I'm draining. Yesterday, I bent over and almost had a fucking heart attack. I've already suffered a stroke. I hemorrhaged for 6 months out of my head from the grenade to the face. I'm still suffering respiratory. I've got to get out of this cabin. It is killing me. After 16 months, this cabin is still leaching out tear gas. They fired 5 of these things into this thing. My animals were in here. I had kittens, and I wasn't violent. I was telling them, stop. I'm coming out. I just need to get something for my animals. It's all recorded, okay? You don't have to do anything, but if you need some money, man, and if you're part of the ministry, you're always welcome to come here. You can come here. If you're part of this ministry, I don't want your money. I purchase and pay this ministry off instead of getting an attorney for my son or myself or me. And now I'm short $5,000, and this is fucking me, but it is what it is. Remember, if they would have arrested me, that was like $5,000 in bail right there. Remember, I shoved out over $100,000 already for my son. I have assets. You want to buy something. I don't want to take anything from anybody. I'm just trying to do everything as I can to as a dad. I have no other options. And what else is it? I would never be okay if my son was alive right now and he was thinking, my dad's never going to give up on me if he's suffering, if he's being extorted, if there's any chance he's alive. You know what I'm saying? So I have to hold these people accountable, brothers. Just a grenade to my face is an illegal, that's an attempted murder charge. At the minimum, it's an excessive force. That cop should be, they're still out there operating right now. Most people aren't blessed enough or been given the ability to live stream an event like this. Not too many live streams get SWAT rated. Okay. So, anyways, if you're interested in the case, we can sign some. I don't want to do anything. I will give you money. I don't want. So if you're out here, I pay this ministry off. I don't care about this. If nothing happens to this case and whatever, if I end up going to jail or anything happens to me, I paid the ministry off so the ministry can serve the people. Instead of taking care of myself, I felt it was more important at the time. It may cost my son's life. I don't know. I don't want to look through the timeline right now, but I know that this ministry is here for you. Okay. You can, you can come here, bring your families here. This ministry is paid off. This is a beautiful place. And this law enforcement thing will get taken care of. People will come out here and love this place. It's the largest dark sky sanctuary in the world. That'd be the last thing you go in vain. I purchased this. It didn't come and it didn't serve anybody. It is an online ministry, but there is a physical place. There's a lot going on. It destroys my heart every single day, knowing they're throwing homeless people. That's why I put that picture of Trump up in the homeless thing when he's kicking people off the streets for being homeless. But it's just, I can't do anything but try to serve people. So if you can help me, I can help you. Okay, this ministry, I don't want to take anything from anybody. You're welcome to come out here, stay. If you're coming from across the country for a week in these cabins, I want to give. Okay, my hardest part too is I can't give what I have. I can't share. So if you can share a blessing or a bounty with me, I can return it through many ways, or you can just buy something from me or anything. But if you can't, don't worry about it. You're always welcome here. Just produce good content. Never does anybody have to be a part of anything I'm doing. To be a part of this ministry, you just have to produce good content, preparedness, spiritual content, and don't ever feel ever obligated. Okay, please, because Father's in control here. If he wanted anything to be different, he would. I'm just a little pressed because tomorrow I have to have this money. And if I don't, then my attorney's going to call me and say, hey, I can't move forward with the case. And this all was 16 months just goes, and it wouldn't surprise me if that's exactly how it happened. So I can't make a prediction. I don't want to, no, you can't camp on my living room. I've got lots of property out here. And if you're going to be like that, I'm going to make you camp on the other property. I don't like people right up in my grill, man. So I got to let my animals out. I'm a farmer. I got to feed my chickens. I got to feed my dogs. I have ladies out there, some cannabis that needs looked at or whatever. My ladies there too. So I'll be back in a minute. If you want to see the SWAT raid, links are in the description. I have a PayPal, Bitcoin, and again, please don't feel obligated. I have Cash App, and I have Cash App, Bitcoin, and I have the super chats on. If you want to put money directly in my pocket, they're going to make me drive all the way down to court tomorrow, to 2.5 hours down there and back to go just get a set of court date, guys. These people are absolutely just extorting me for every single penny that I have, so it's okay. I don't need, I have. So if you need, anybody give me $5,000, I'll give you a motorcycle, V6 Honda Valkyrie. It's faster than Harley. I got the title to it. Probably needs jump started. It's been sitting there for a while. I just can't ride. I don't have enough time. I got a flatbed turbo diesel. That's what I've used. So much work on this property. It's a dually, it's a turbo diesel. It's an 80, so it's got that Goodyear with all the stuff on it. I've got property for sale. I've got, a 5-acre parcel. I'd be willing to try to do something on that other 20-acre parcel. I have a Ford 4x4 pickup. Look on the marketplace. I can't get anything to even, it's there. It just doesn't go up. So I don't want to, the triangle God. Hey, here, I'll explain it to you. Here, how this works, 420. Go fuck yourself, triangle God, okay? You're an idiot. Triangle God. Brothers, sisters, I'm an outspoken man, so I apologize if I offend people, but I'm not sorry. Okay, I have no regrets. I have to do what I'm doing for my son. So, yeah, I'm trying to sell land and cars, and I don't want to grift anybody. If somebody wants to donate, you can go back and see. I got just demolished by over $100,000, and I don't even have the wheels and tires. I don't even have firewood for myself this time of year, and I normally have 6 or 7 quarts because I've been taking care of everybody else. So I paid the ministry off. I put $100,000 on my son, and and my daughter, and so I'm a little short. And it's not that I don't have assets. I'm retired. I don't need money like that. I just it's just bad timing. So if you want to buy a motorcycle, I have a Honda Valkyrie. It's got bags. It's got 8 hangers, and I said it's got a windshield. $1,500 cash. I had it listed for like $4,200. I think it's still up. I think I dropped it to like 1,900 online or something. I just did that last night, but nothing's posting. So on a Honda Valkyrie, and those things are faster than Harley Davidson. They're one of the best bikes to ride. I don't need to sell it; they sell themselves. So, you're slandering on here and begging for money. Look at this dumb fucking idiot, Hollywood Haywood. I said I have shit for sale. You dumb fucking idiot! Stop being a fucking dumb fuck, man. Are you goddamn retarded? Look, guys, and then what's your husband's name? Moderators, please moderate these people out here. So I'm offering for sale because I just spent $100,000 grifting. I'm fucking retired, dumb fuck. Here, come, you need a job. Come out here and work. I'll do a labor trade for you or something. Fuck off, man. Grow the fuck up. I need help. I'm a dad whose son is murdered and fucking daughter's murdered, and I'm trying to do everything I can. So, but it happens, brothers, sisters, nothing's perfect in this world. So let me go feed my animals. Go watch the SWAT raid. If you're interested and you want to make a bunch of money, just contact me through Predestined4light. I will sign something. And if you can get me the civil lawsuit attorney, I'm sure this case is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They're going to see that there's bonds that could be sued, and I would cut you in on that. I'm going to make sure as they disclose all money that I take will go to the ministry. I have Grace and Truth Ministries, High Desert Faith and Truth Ministries. They'll go to the ministry. We'll find the extras. If there's extras, we'll find the right place. Like Brother Jim, he gives away thousands of dollars every month just to the ministry throughout people who need it, who are in bad situations, and they're people who come from within the ministry. So there's places here for you guys. I mean, the ministry is here for you. I need to screen who comes here because I don't want a bad apple. One bad apple upsets the whole apple cart. But Father will provide the right people. So if in the future anything ever happens to me, please keep this torch passed. Please, somebody keep looking for my son. And remember, I pay this ministry off for you instead of helping myself. Instead of even help my son or daughter, I pay the ministry off. It just felt like the right thing to do at the time, and I don't have regrets. $47,000. Remember, my son could have got off probation for that. It would have been paid for everybody. But then, so Father's not doing anything. Don't feel obligated, please, again, because I don't want to be on the other end of you took this from somebody when you had. I just can't sell what I have. So fuck people in here that come in here and saying I'm a grifter. I apologize that I'm cursing. I didn't curse for thousands of hours. I had 6 YouTube channels and never cursed one time. Not until they, literally menaced me and my daughter and my son for 258 hours that I let the first curse word slip, and I knew they were coming and they were going to hurt us, and they ended up doing it anyway. So I apologize. I just been wrecked. I've been concussed, guys, from day one. They threw a grenade and hit me in the face. I've never gone to the doctor. I hemorrhaged for 6 months before my moderator's like, Pastor, your face, you're leaking your blood. I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, yeah, you are. And it's my whole face started leaking blood right here because it was in my head, hemorrhaging, not my chest where I have chest still today. All right. Love it. Thanks. I'll be back. I have animals to take care of. I'm a farmer and I have responsibilities. But if you want to look at the SWAT rate, you're more than welcome to take it to a civil attorney. I will sign something and give you a percentage. You'll probably get $5 or $6, $8 million, $10 million, just whatever. I think it's hundreds of millions. You look at it and you tell me. You let them look at it and you tell me. I don't have the time. I have not wanted to sue anybody. But if I go to court tomorrow and they take me to trial, and then I end up having to represent myself, I'm going to sue these people no matter what. If tomorrow they set a trial date, I have to start the process. It's the only way I can hold these people accountable for what they've done to my son, my daughter, and myself, and even my animals. They fucked my animals up so bad. My animals had to suffer, and that's not right. I'm a farmer. My animals eat better than I do. It's my animals have feet, and I don't have firewood. It is what it is, man. My animals come first. So, all right. Links are in the description. You want to support this ministry through a monetary type, but don't please feel obligated in any way. The tithe through this ministry is time. Come back here when you got good time, more time, and you got good comments. Otherwise, get out of here, please. I'm kind of in a really hard spot right now in my life, and I need people to help me, not quit doxing me and making me feel like I'm a fucking bad dad already because I didn't go on the road and take the money that or the silver and gold like my son told me to do. He'd probably be here alive today if I just done it. But Dad had to save it because I wanted to pay this ministry off, and I wanted to have some money for him for retirement and me too. And so should have just listened to him. Should have went on the road. But it is what it is. Yeah, I would, Gabriel. You better be fucking careful right now because you don't have the right paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get people telling me they're going to come here and fucking, never mind. Go on here and look, it's all on here. The evidence is all on here, sister. Thank you for your time. Appreciate everybody's time, man. Time's valuable. You can't get it back. I apologize. I know that's dragging ass. Dragging ass today. I'll feed you and then I'll go feed the chickens, okay? I'll feed you guys and the kitties and the chicken, and I'll go feed the ladies after, okay? And then the kittens. You guys are the best puppy dogs I know, huh? I would love it here at the farm, huh? You're the best boys. What are you doing all the way over here, Big? I thought you were staying in the kitchen. I hear the ladies out there. You hear the ladies out there? They must be hungry kids. They got so much food in their darn thing when I went in there this morning. Kittens still got food too. Oh, my best boys. I need to fill the water back up, huh? Puppy gravy for the puppies. That's for Big. This one for Bomo. Doggies first. Big first. Big. Oh, we're eating for breakfast. Probably have some eggs for breakfast. I'm gonna need to eat some more eggs. Oh, I should give you guys some eggs. I'll give you extra eggs at dinner time. Okay, guys. Gotta go feed the chickens and the ladies, and the kitties. Chickens and the ladies and the kitties. Chickens and the ladies and the kitties. Feed the kitties first. Hi, Peter boy. Hi, big boy. Hi, big kitten boy. You guys ate all your food. There, you guys are good kids. Let's go feed the chickens. Feed the birds. Oh, man, it's so chilly out there. Look at that. boys. Come on, go play. Right, big boys. Oh boy. Too many of those bottles, don't I? Really? Those smiles. Yeah, must be out. I want to know. Oh well. I'll make myself some tea here. I'll be back to you guys in a minute. Try to get in there. Easy. You aren't in the door like that. Let's get these together. They made burgers for Dad. Dad made burgers for Dad for breakfast. No, this is Dad. Go on, Tango. This is for Dad. Gotta eat something, man. Gotta eat something, man. All right. Appreciate you. What's going on here? All right, so I made some burgers for breakfast here. What you got going on here? Anybody put anything here? Oh, thanks for coming in, Sabrina. Good stuff. No matter, flies here. Anybody go look at the SWAT raid? Probably not. Nobody gets a flying dude. More burgers. Fake McDonald's burgers, right? No, these aren't kid burgers. These are real burgers. Elsa, I was talking about a SWAT raid on this channel. Well, the SWAT raid of the house. Like it was like 30 or 40 people in here, and told them to go watch the SWAT raid. Go, Tango. I'm eating breakfast. Go on. Go. I don't want puppies in my face. Go. Go. Don't walk backwards. Turn your butt around and go. Okay. I was just referring people to go watch the SWAT raid. Annoying the hell out of me. All right. So tomorrow's court. If they take this to trial, I'm going to sue them. I have to. I waited too long. They want to go to trial, then fuck them. You have 16 months to drop the case. The only way I won't sue them is if they drop Eliza's charges and go find him. You know what I'm saying? This whole case was about him, not me, so. So I thought I'd come in and show all the reasons why Trump should be in prison. They're going to try to throw me in prison, throw my son in prison if he's still alive. Fuck it, Trump for prison. Pretty good burger. Oh man, mustard more on that one. That's good. So I wonder how long until they set this for trial. When they set it for trial, I'd get my ass into town, go get the civil lawsuit attorney. Stop pussyfooting around here, being a nice guy. Is this what great again feels like? Thanks, Elsa. You know, he said he's brought in trillions of dollars of tariffs, and that they on the Treasury, right? All this shows only 100 billion this year, up until the month of August. This is a fucking liar. I didn't get it made. I had a McDonald's cheeseburger, but this is real meat. This is not, you know, million cow burgers and diced onions and ketchup and mayonnaise. It's not million cow burger. It's single cow burger. I need to eat. My health is just starting to deplete a little bit here, so I don't keep my nutrition level up. I need to keep eating more eggs. Eat more eggs. Just the hundreds of millions of dollars he funneled into his bank account for Hillary for prison should convict his ass, you know. We all know he's a PDF file, so. But we'll see what Father has, because I ain't going to make no plans. County Borgia, nice. Good stuff to bring him. Good. Don't buy the American shit. I don't support this country. It's a fucking terrorist nation. Does all its own fucking bullshit for its own political gain. But I have to. I need to recoup that. I mean, it ain't about that, but I need to recoup that money at least. You know, I got more than $100,000. I got probably $250,000 in this case in the last 5 years. Probably more. I'm just being conservative. Between bail money and attorney and all my, I had to shut this whole farm down because of this case. Originally with Elijah, moving with his wife because she thought that guy was going to rape her. With him clipping the penny, this money's supposed to be gold and silver. Rest my case right there. Lock his fucking dumbass up. He ain't dumb. He's super smart. He ain't stupid. I can't say that Donald Trump is not wise. He's wise as a serpent. Remember, he said, you know, I was a snake before you let me in. So he knows. March 11th, he declares a national emergency. That's Revelation 3 and 11. Let no one take your crown. He declares a crown virus. Corona crown. You don't think he's mocking Christ by declaring the national mercy on 3/11? Because that's just by chance. That scripture says, I come quickly, let no one take your crown. And he declares a coronavirus emergency. Donald Trump. And everybody supports the whole whatever bullshit, the whole thing behind him. Well, you want to know who's kidnapping these fucking people off the streets? Private contractors, not federal government. And all these Proud Boys and MAGA idiots. That's who's in these goddamn MAGA idiots. Get in the goddamn box, MAGA idiots. Get in the box, immigration. I believe whatever Donald Trump tells me to do, I'll do whatever the fuck he tells me to do. Pay me and I'll do whatever he tells me to do. Amazon just puts it in the box, remember? They don't give a fuck. They just puts it in the box. These are fucking Proud Boys. These are these fucking stupid idiot fucking supporters, MAGA supporters that are wearing these fucking masks, brothers, sisters. That's why they act so fucking stupid, these ISIS punk thugs, fucking pigs. Can't wait till a father pours out vengeance on these fucking idiot creeps going out there kidnapping their own goddamn fucking citizens for being poor as Trump just funds more and more war. Oh, he's not the peace president. He's a war president. Remember, Department of War. So they ain't even hiding it anymore. Right in your face. No, we're not at war. Oh, let's call it the Department of War. So, anyways, this is my discovery. If they try to federally indict me, I'm going to create more discovery against this government. Fuck them. Christ to do that. That's Christ-like. Christ should have already been in jail by now. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Just come in the ring with Dad. It's a nice day out there, and you guys are in here with Dad. So. Lock him up, 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 lock him up. You know, come on, how many hundreds of millions of dollars did he make on fucking him and Alex Jones? Hundreds of millions of dollars, Hillary for prison. She sat at his inaugural dinner, guys. They're going to write in 100 years from now that the stupidest fucking people to ever walk this rock were the fucking Trump supporters, guys. They were worse than the people. There was nobody who supported Biden, just a handful of people. But remember? How much do you think Donald Trump made? Him and Alex Jones. How much do you think they made on Hillary for prison? Buttons, banners, t-shirts, websites. All that shit was made in China too. Kind of like his fucking MAGA hats. How many hundreds of millions of dollars? I think it was hundreds, not millions, Sabrina. Hundreds of millions of dollars. They have that such a MAGA following. Remember, they were leaving goddamn people out in the cold, getting fucking pneumonia. Couldn't even feel. They were filling up sports arenas. He has a massive following. Think about that, guys. That's a lot of money. He didn't take a salary. Oh, he didn't take a salary. Yeah, but look how much money he made on the goddamn public. How much money did he make on his Trump coin? He sells fucking Bibles. He sells fucking tennis shoes. The guy's a goddamn salesman. He's a fucking criminal salesman. Sold the whole fucking country. I was going to lock Hillary Clinton up and then praised her the next day. All of them. I mean, this civilization going to go down that these maggots are just absolute, just pond scum. They are the swamp, you know. Flushing Meadows. Yeah, right. That's where he's from, in case you didn't figure it out. So, you know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense to me, brothers and sisters, how these people are just so fucking lame. They can't even decorate his house with Satan. See what I'm saying? This is going to go as the most ignorant generation ever to walk this rock. And I'm telling you, that's how who's kidnapping these fucking people, brothers and sisters. The more and more, because I've been doing my studying on these people, you know how much I'm offended by it. I'm finding tattoos of like these Proud Boys and going back and doing fucking piece togethers of some of these fucking guys are these Proud Boys. These people go after Trump, these maggots. That's who's kidnapping people, brothers and sisters, and the private contractors that work the fucking jails. This isn't federally funded. These are thugs, paid fucking criminals that support Trump and go out and they're going to do whatever he tells. Put these people in goddamn jail cells. And he brought them in here. Remember? This is bullshit, guys. I'm appalled at this nation. I'm appalled at what they've done to my son, my daughter. I'm appalled at, all that. But still, I look at this going, so remember, in history, this will be decided that, remember, they were changed in the twinkling of an eye is what it says, right? At the last trump. That's these maggots, guys. And listen, if this doesn't make your heart just fucking absolutely quiver on people's constitutional rights, they are saying Trump 2028, guys. Trump 2028. That means they don't give a fuck about term limits. They don't care that you only get 2 year, they don't care. See how fucking crazy they are? Fuck it. We just want a ruler. We want a ruler. We want a ruler. Just somebody to fucking rule us. Now, when you're watching these guys fucking throwing people around in the streets because they're fucking brown, these are the brown shirts, brothers and sisters. These are the brown shirts of fucking World War II, brothers and sisters. So this ain't about left or right either anymore. This is far beyond fucking Democrat or Republican. Because if you buy into that, you've been frontal lobotomized. If you think there's a difference between left and right, you're a fucking idiot. Get the fuck out of this channel. Go fuck yourself. Take it deep. Fucking sold out to the fucking, I need a ruler. I need an overlord. I need a master. I need to be covered and controlled by the mind. They're fucking frontal lobotomized, brothers and sisters. These people think there's a left and a right are fucking idiots too. Sold out to the fucking system. Think it's the Dems or it's the fucking left or the right. This is what that Charlie Kirk jit's doing to these people, brothers. Got them chasing their goddamn tail. And ain't even none of it's true, remember? Leaning a little bit too far to the right because he knew a little too much like an elephant. Ended up being an ass like a fucking donkey, huh? Leaning a little too far to the left. That's what happens when you lean a little too far to the right. Oh, you end up leaning to the left, huh? Stupid idiots. Anybody who's bought out to this system, who thinks this system is there to help them, that their fucking vote counts, they're fucking frontal lobotomized. Severed right off the fucking top of their head. They couldn't fight their way out of a goddamn paper bag, but to go out and kidnap people off the fucking streets of this country to be proud maggots. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I same thing. Fuck Biden. I don't care if Donald Trump is Joe Biden. Donald creepy Trump, fucking creepy Trump, creepy Trump. Donald creepy Trump. Donald creepy Trump. Not sleepy, creepy. Well, they have him picture laying in a casket, dead in a casket on The Simpsons, but we haven't seen that yet. So, remember? So, anyways, I do my research, and I'm telling you that these Proud Boys, these maggots are the ones that are out there on the streets of America, fucking kidnapping fucking citizens because they think they're doing the right thing for Trump, guys. It's sickening. I cannot believe the shit that I've just uncovered here in the last couple of days. It's mind fucking me. I already know, like I said. So it's all the plan. What's the plan to fix it? Stop being a dumb fucking supporting the system. How about getting out of the goddamn system? Stop depending on such a little bitch in the system supplying that they get off your goddamn ass and do something about it. Quit fucking bitching. No, I got options. It's called stop paying and being a mass murderer for the company called America. And your W-2 tax dollars, you're an accessory to this fucking murderous nation. I know, I'm a veteran. Stop fucking supporting murder. Pull your head out of your fucking ass. Stop thinking that any of this is okay. Everybody suffers so you can be free. Fuck you, you proud American. Fucking stupid ass fucking Americans, man. They could already been their own system. 25% of the people stop paying federal taxes. The government fucking dries up. Doesn't have even no money to fund itself. Do something about it. So stop paying taxes. There you go. Fucking dumbass. You're supporting this war. You're accessory to murder. You know that? Yep. Murderous nation. Fuck off, you fucking idiot. Go fuck yourself. Of course, I pay fucking taxes on goddamn fuel and shit, but I don't pay federal state taxes, you dumb fucking idiot. I have land, but this will be donated to the ministry soon, so they can't tax it ever again. You're a fucking idiot. Fucking moron. You pay fucking, you're a murderer. You know that? Look at me and right in your fucking eyes. You're a murderer. You're an accessory to murder. And when Father judges you, oh, you timed them out, man. I'll look that motherfucker right in the eye. These people don't even think that they're murderers. They're an accessory to murder by their tax dollars paying to kill Ukrainians, Israelis, and Iranians, right? Oh, yeah, we fund both sides of the war. Yemenis, fucking, look how many places we're at. This is bullshit. Fucking gross, sick, disgusting that it's okay just to murder people and it's okay just to, why? What's your fix? Well, stop fucking being a murderous fucking nation. How about you stop policing everybody else and making your own people fucking poor and then throwing them by executive order? Fuck Donald Trump for being fucking poor, as he's a rich man. He's throwing fucking people in the streets by executive order for being poor. And he lives in a 58-story Nimrod fucking tower, golden tower, decorated on the 66 penthouse floor of a 58-story tower, decorated with Satan. Apollyon, the sun god. I mean, as he sits there, throws people in the streets for being poor, he lives in a fucking tower. This is sickening, brothers and sisters. You know, Elon Musk, as much money as he could fix all this. He don't give a fuck. He's boring out shit for his buddies under the sea. Well, the abyss, the chasm below your feet. In the core temperature of the rock, we're going into a solar minimum. The sun's going to whack the sun. It's going to blot the sun out. The grid's going down, and they know it. That's why they're putting military in the streets. I already told you what they're doing. The Hadron Colliders are there to try to help this magnetosphere from not, you know, the negation, the cancellation of the magnetic canopy. They know it. They're going to Mars, right? Well, why the fuck haven't they inhabited the moon yet? I think if we'd been going to Mars, we'd fucking all have, you know, a little rental up there. We go up and maybe a little Uber up there or whatever. We could take an Uber ride or a little, what is that, Airbnb to the fucking moon. Yeah, right. So, no, it's like I said, guys, think about this. People are programmed. Think about most people are fucking robots. They're zombies. They've been frontal lobotomized, or they just go by the program, whatever they're told to do. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Like I said, this should put something in the pit of your fucking stomach to realize what I just told you. It is these goddamn maggots that are out there kidnapping people for being fucking poor. And they're making bucks, guys. Trump threw more money into this, you know, ICE and all this immigration than he did anything else. I mean, it is unfucking fathomable how much these people are getting paid to go out there and kidnap these fucking people. Listen to them. They're some of them are actually getting recorded. They're running their fucking mouths because they're idiots. And look at their uniforms. They're not even, you know, at least when fucking we do Hamas, when Clinton does the fucking ISIS, she puts everybody in the same goddamn, you know, Al Qaeda, Mujahideen, they all get the same uniform. Fucking Trump ain't even good as Clinton, and they're two cheeks to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. Remember, she sat as an inaugural dinner, lock her up. But she puts them all in the same uniform. You know what I'm saying? Okay, listen to this dumb motherfucker right here, pushing drugs. Mark's a drug dealer. Look at this. Everybody point out he's going to come in this ministry. They ain't even his ministry to HD Fat, our family, and push fucking drugs on you just like Donald Trump. Look at this piece of fucking shit. Point him out, guys. Point out fucking Vaughn. Fucking Southpaw, bitch. I'll fucking come on out here. Let's wrestle, bitch. Come on. I'm not talking about curb stomping your face into the goddamn fucking curb. Come out here and wrestle this old ass man. I'll bet you I'll fucking choke your ass out so goddamn fast I'll make your goddamn head spin. And I got fucked up with a grenade. I still fucking Southpaw. Come on, bitch. Come on out here. Not aggressive. I'm not in fight. You want to fight? You want to wrestle? No fighting. You want to wrestle? Southpaw. So obviously you're permanent. You know some jujitsu, some karate. You have some kind of training. Come on, motherfucker. Come out here, you loudmouth motherfucking Southpaw. You put that there like you're some kind of fucking badass or something. Come on, come out here and test this old man. You want to dig holes? We'll dig holes. If you want to do a little thing, then we can have a barbecue or something. After I whoop your fucking ass digging holes. You know, I'm going to put you in that hole, right? No, I wouldn't stand you up like a fucking fence post. But maybe you can help me dig some fucking fence posts, you dumb fucking idiot. What kind of medication are you on? Come in here pushing drugs on people. I work for a fucking living. I don't push drugs on people like you coming in here and fucking pushing drugs on people like Donald Trump. Take the jab, warp speed, let the bite in, you know? Fucking stupid Southpaw dumb fucker. You got any other? Nothing. You got nothing. I guarantee I'll put you in a triangle so fast. Fucking idiot. Gonna come in here. What kind of drugs are you medication are you on? I don't take fucking drugs, you idiot. It says no narcotics in my goddamn. You can get HIPAA. You can get actually, you know, they violate all that. You can get access before you even run your fucking mouth. You could have went and looked in my records and see. They can't give me narcotics, you dumb fucking. You're not Southpaw. You're South fucking Park. You're like, what? I don't watch that shit with it. Ha ha! Oh, wait, that was Simpsons. Fucking get out of here, child. Go play with your own little fucking silly reindeer games with somebody else. Coming here pushing fucking drugs on people. Once again, we have a nation full of drug pushers in America. They fucking are programmed to push drugs. Something's wrong with you? Push drugs. Oh, just push drugs on you. Sometimes they just come in and they'll say something's wrong with you and now take drugs. Either way, they want you to lay down and go to fucking sleep and take a dirt nap. Or have the side effects, right? You know, they fish you out to the farm guy. Check this out. Look how stupid fucking this idiot is. It says in the scripture, brothers and sisters, they will be fooled by sorcery. This is how fooled this dumb fuck is. That means pharmakia, brothers and sisters. These people are pushing pharmakia. That's what the scripture says. See the program. They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Just too much corn syrup, too much television, got stung, you know, as a child, got cursed at and cursed and spelling, got stung by the spelling bee, and they get channeled and go to school and go with the flow and way with the moon and all this nonsense. You get these fucking idiots like this. And all they know is something's not right with me. So, okay, what's the government do? Get on drugs. You know, when I was young, they tried to put me on Ritalin. Like, sit the fuck down. Listen. No, I don't have to listen to you. Fuck off. I still passed my classes. But I wasn't settled. I was always moving. Like, God damn it, we'll never stop going. You know, fuck off, man. Once in motion, stays in motion, bitch. Idle hands are the work of the devil. Fuck off. So, what a fucking bunch of idiots. Come in here and push drugs on people. There'll be more. Listen, there'll be more. He'll come in here. There'll be more. They're men and women. But I've noticed, guys, honestly, and I have to say, ladies, would you have this, my back on this? How come as many women don't push drugs on me? It's always fucking dudes. I'm just starting to notice that. Holy shit, I didn't even realize. I mean, there's a couple, but it's always fucking dudes. Dudes are the drug pushers. Donald Trump, the #1 drug dealer on this rock. $2.2 trillion outpaced any real estate, housing, or commercial. And the #1 single selling product at Pfizer, they read record earnings. The #1 drug dealer on this rock is Donald Trump. Lock him the fuck up. I have proof. $2.2 trillion. He's the king and the creator of the jab. Record earnings. I have the fucking proof. Lock that motherfucker up and go get fucking that dumb fucking jujitsu motherfucker so I can do some fucking wrestling. I think I want to wrestle somebody. You want to come wrestle this old ass man? I think maybe I just get it. I didn't say fight anybody. I never said fucking violence. You put me to sleep, wake me up, and I'll cook you food. Either way, fucking, I'll put you to sleep, I'll wake you up, and you can cook me food, okay? I don't want to hurt anybody. Well, I'm going to say, just go to sleep, take a dirt nap, you know what I'm saying? So these fucking people are idiots. You know, I'm going to have fucking, I'm going to have southpaw. And fucking, he's already picking a fight. See what I'm saying? He's already picking a fight. You know, oh, wait, hold on, you know, fucking idiot. Remember, I don't fight. God fights all my battles for me. So I just like to point out people's fucking stupidity. Come in here. What kind of medicine you on? Not on the jab. It says no narcotics in my medical records. I'll sue you if you fucking put it in my body and I'm laying there half unconscious. Can you put it in my IV? Fucking idiot. So whatever I live in, he's American as fuck. I guarantee you. That's what's wrong with this country, America and Israel. You want to know what's wrong with this country? America and Israel. You want to know what's wrong with this world? America and Israel. Get rid of those two fucking countries, this place would be a whole lot better place. It fucking surely would. Hey, they got 1,000 military bases, 180 countries they got to go to. Boy, that sure frees up a lot of people getting their ass stomped by fucking Navy, Air Force, Army, Marines. Yeah, not Coast Guard, not National Guard, but fucking outside our borders, which is illegal. Well, it's repugnant. Remember, we're not supposed to be outside our borders, no foreign entanglements. And God said, let vengeance be mine. So every military base outside of our borders, Old Testament. It's Old Testament. So fuck Donald Trump. That's why he wants to, you know, hang you from a fucking tree, right? Oh, wait. Christmas, Christ Mass, Apollyon, Satan, the sun god. Oh, hang you from a tree, you know, put you on his wall like a plaque, you know, or a trophy. So what the fuck Uncle Joey is there? Sounds like a pedophile to me. Isn't that crazy? How much drugs are pushed into the country by the governments? And who do you think brings all the drugs into the prisons? The guard. Who do you think delivers all the drugs in your town? The fucking cops. Who deals more drugs than anybody else? The government. See what I'm saying? And people support this shit. And fucking with frontal lobotomy, guys. And they see they're government. I told you they were government supporters because that's what they do. They can't even help themselves. You know. What do you think about alcohol being legal? What the fuck is legal? Legal is not lawful. That's two different things. Did you know that? You know about prohibition? You can't fucking make anything illegal. If it ain't hurting anybody, they're fucking illegal. How could you make drugs fucking illegal? That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, too. Some people come up with the dumbest fucking shit. You're going to tell somebody what they can or can't put in their body is a violation of their constitutional rights. It's called medical rape if you make somebody. Or you can't tell somebody they can or can't put something in their body if it's not hurting anybody. Go fuck yourself. You're a piece of shit. No fucking humanity in your body whatsoever. You're slime. You're fucking just dog shit. If you think somebody's fucking not hurt somebody and they can't do something in their own time, you are lost. Your fucking humanity is gone. You're a bootlicker. You don't know anything about fucking people. Who fucking cares what a man does? It's not what goes in a man that defiles him. It's what comes out of him or her. One race, the human race. Grow the fuck up, you world are lost. Oh, what we're going to put again and throw them in a goddamn... there we go. Just like cannabis. It's not legal anywhere in the whole world. It's not legal. It's been decriminalized. Thank you, Daryl. He's right, though. There's a difference between legal and lawful. You better learn the difference. Fucking these people are really good at what they do. So some people like this, they're not going to be fooled, man. You know, all crimes in America are crimes of commerce. There ain't no crimes being committed. Crimes are a term of accounting. You ever done a budget? Crime, criminal, that's an accounting term. You're just fucking there. You're their budget. You're their merchant number, and they rob your bond. What? You already were outside. You were outside, and you were outside. You guys... Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Yeah, victimless crime. No victim, no crime. That's repugnant. Remember, you have the right to face your accuser. This is all repugnant. It's not constitutional. It isn't. It's fucking... I love these guys. See, that's what I'm saying. They use it. I'm not giving it any medicinal, but it's been used forever. This is stupid. Would you stop being a little weasel? 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 They want some dad loving. They're trying to get dad. Look at this. He's stuck on me like glue. Stuck on you. I got this feeling down deep in my soul, but I just can't lose. 'Cause I'm on my way. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, sorry. My puppy's just being... Could you stop it, Mr. Bobo? Would you stop it, Mr. Bobo? Oh, you just flipped me with your ear. Okay, look. You got to get out of the picture, man. You're sticking to me like glue. Get off of me. Ugh. Yeah. So, yes. Look, here he goes. He's going to get crazy. He's going to be nutty crazy like his dad. Here he goes. Oh, he's lost his mind. Uh-oh, he's crazy boy. Crazy pants. Crazy pants. Crazy boy. Oh. Nice, there we go. It's been used for a lot of things. So anyways, people who think that, that somebody is... What? What? Dude, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. In and out, in and out, in and out. That's what Hamburger's all about. Thank you, good boy, Vance. Good boy, Mr. Bow. So, like I said, people are just absolutely are lost. No victim, no crime. The state can't be the victim. That's repugnant. It's not constitutional, but yet it goes on every day. How many people are sitting in fucking prisons and jail cells right now without a victim? No victim. Nobody was hurt. It's like my son. They said he didn't do his probation. There's no fucking victim. They said he didn't do his probation. Where's the fucking victim? This is bullshit. What they've done in this country is just absolutely fucking criminal. And criminal is actually a term of accounting, and that's what they're doing. All crimes are crimes of commerce. These are all revised statutes, I already told you. There's no actual crimes in America being committed under a third article judicial original Title 18 statutes. These are all revised statutes, not in a judicial court, which therefore they're not neither legal or lawful. They're fucking repugnant. We're not supposed to be following them, and you're a bootlicker if you do. Fuck you, bootlicker, pig licker. Pigs, people in government, not just clown cops. Fuck the police, fuck the government, and fuck, who's killed more people than the government? Religion. Fuck religions too. All of them. They're swine. Disgusting, filthy, other Jesus. Other trans, blue baby Jesus, blue baby Jesus, blue baby Jesus. I'm getting better at that, huh? The blue baby Jesus, the triple transgender Jesus, the ball god. Remember? Baphomet, the one Trump has his house decorated with. When Trump says God, he means Satan. And God, that's the Satan that he loves so much. He decorates his house with Satan. And after being a nation where the corporation, the head of the POTUS, president of this U.S. corporation, decorates his house with Satan, he's a PDF file, and nobody cares. Dude, I can't wait to go down in history going, he's a PDF file, he's a PDF file, he's a PDF file, and they martyr me or something. for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy? You know, he's a PDF file. We know he's a PDF file. So are all of them. They're all PDF files. So PDF and a pot of files or whatever you want to call them, they're all in the same drawer, right? They're getting each other's drawers. They trade lightsabers in their ice holes. Or I think their pants are sagging, braided hair, suckles care, but I don't care. My game ain't knowledge. My game's fear. That's what they like to do. Make you fear, 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 fear. It's tough. I know it is what it is. Yep. Patty, stick around. I got the magic stick. I get the bong. We smoke the bong all night long. Oh no, like Cheech and Chong. That's that live rosin. Dude, I know my lungs are hashed because I don't ever cough when I use cannabis, man. I get to the doctor, man. Sooner or later, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Oh my goodness. No pills gonna kill my ills. Don't give me that goddamn narcotics. Shit away from me. Get that shit away from me. What do we got here? What Dava just put out a video. Massive exposes Epstein list. Oh, okay. Massey. Oh yeah, Massey. So put a 1 in the chat if you think Donald Trump's a PDF file. Or if you know he's a PDF file. And so is Joe, and they're two cheeks to the same hole. That's why they trade lightsabers in their ice holes. I'm tired of these people running from the fact that they're just getting away with this now and nobody cares anymore. Come on, guys. You know, thanks, Box. Let me give you a wrench. You've been here enough. You know, people are going to be afraid to say this, brothers and sisters, but you know, you're going to end up when Father judges you and you support this PDF file and you don't say anything, then you're going down as the silent majority. You know, you're going down, and I'm trying to make you understand it's all these people who are supporting the system or the problem. So if you don't at least voice, he said, and you can't hide that light in a basket. You have to speak up. You have to speak up. You have to say, hey, this is not right. I didn't say go hurt anybody, be violent. Actually, I said to get the fuck away from them. Remember? Wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. Don't hang around people who are violent. That's not what we need to be. We need to be uniting together and trying to help each other. It's not going to be easy. We're tribalistic, you know, not enough, you know, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. And it's hard, but we better start coming together because all they're doing is chopping us up more and more and more. You're L, you're B, you're R, you're red, you're blue, you're D, you're T, you're O, you're C3PO. You know, you're golden, baby. So, okay, also that's fine. But look at all the Epstein pictures of him talking about young girls. I mean, it's not hidden. He likes young girls. Fuck it. I ain't afraid to say it. He likes young girls. He said it. He fucking said it himself. You know, and he hangs around nearly his best friend is a fucking total PDF file. EpiPen did not EpiPen himself. Charlie Kirked himself, but Epstein didn't Epstein himself. Remember? So, well, it's been out for decades, guys, is what I'm trying to tell you. On the dark web, this list has been out. You don't understand. I've seen his name over and over. I already told you his phone was pinged from his island, right? Well, that's him and they're all in on it together. But from his phone, his tower, his 58-story Satan Tower, his phone was pinged. His phone was pinged from the tower to the island and back. He's an island boy. That's why I already told you guys before it ever came out and got announced. I've known this for decades, but I knew it was coming to the front and center. You know what I'm saying? It just blows me away how they can come out. Even Elon Musk came out and said he's a PDF file. So is Musk, but Elon said it. Remember? He outright said it. Elon Musk said it. His buddy, Elon Musk. They're two cheeks to the same hole, but it's, you know, I don't understand people just ignore this, you know, and act like this has never been said. And then they came out and said, the government said there is no list. When, what was it? Pam Bongino, she had it sitting on her desk. She said she had it on her desk. Then they came out and said it didn't even exist. Something that's been out for decades. So, Fuck it. I'm suing this country. I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to sue this country. I'm going to sue the feds. I'm going to sue the state. And I'm going to leave because I'm going to win. I'm going to fucking win, man. Father's not going to let me get fucking thrown in jail. And if I do, oh well. It don't matter. But I don't think so. Not at all. Not at all. I'm going to sue the fuck out of this country, man. Remember, I have locked up under that subrogation, taking over a power of attorney, my straw man, my capital letter name. There's literally, because of this case is 5 years old, I could literally be doing at the Tampa Bay Treasury calculator 1983 at $1,049 a minute times the rate of inflation now. It's unfathomable. We were literally talking about billions of dollars right now are not being able to be spent because of this case. If and I could potentially get this money back from this country. I know how to do this. I already did something which very only ever been done just a handful of times ever in our history, with exercising that right of subrogation. I don't know how many people have actually gone into an open court, made record that said, you're not a judge, you're a clerk. You're not operating in judicial capacity. You're not operating under the original Title 18 statutes. These are revised statutes. You don't have any judicial authority over me. You haven't arrested me under a capital letter name. I take over power of attorney of that straw man. And when you can prove you're operating in a third article court or in a judicial capacity, I'm challenging your right, your judicial capacity. You know how many times that's been done in history, brothers and sisters? Not very often. You know, people don't even know what the fuck I just said. Most people are like, what the hell did he just say? Is that a bunch of legal speak? Yeah. I know that judge is just a fucking clerk. He's got to charge me under the Title 18 statutes, not revised statutes, in a third article court. Otherwise, they're not. It's repugnant. Because they had to arrest me. If I would have said, okay, I'm capital Tracy Werner, I would have been fucked. They could have done this to me, extorted my bond, but I didn't do that. I never let them arrest me under a capital letter name. I told you already. I made it very clear. I don't operate in commerce. I don't go on dates with men. I don't follow mandates. Ordinances. Remember, he blotted out the handwriting of ordinances in the book of Colossians 2 and 14. I'm not under that anymore. Codes, mandates, and ordinances, these are all were enterprises or businesses, LLC, not a person, but you let them fucking charge you like you're dead and you're a business to them. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They don't give a fuck about you. You are a goddamn debt slave to them, and they have no fucking care about your emotions whatsoever. Look at what they did to my son. Look what they've done to me. They don't care. They're a fucking absolute terrorist for their own political gain, or financial gain. They're thugs. There's no good law enforcement officers in America. You drive around without, and you have a taillight that could go out, they could beat the fuck out of you. That's a safe fucking nation. Your headlight goes out. You forget to use a fucking turn signal. You're a little fucking sleepy. You cross over the center lane or something. You could get killed in this country if you fucking say anything cross to these thugs. This is a Gestapo. These people do the dirty work for these people at the top. They're just paid mercenaries. They ain't no different than these thugs going out kidnapping people off the streets right now. They were the Proud Boys. And a lot of these J6er fucking idiots that went and fell for their bullshit. Meet me out the crap hole, you know? And they followed him, and then he got them all locked up. They're fucking idiots, and they still supported him. So, you're not fixing this, brothers and sisters. The only way you're going to fix this is to fix your own area, fix your own, you know. I'm not trying to change any of this, remember? I'm just telling you what they keep doing. You know, this isn't hard to figure out, right? That they've got, you know, they've got the nations in a stranglehold. It doesn't ever say one world government or one world religion or one world order. They push that, but everybody thinks that's gonna happen and waiting for it as everybody lockstep. Yeah, on the X was governance, you know, waiting for this thing to happen that's already happening. So it's quite ironic, again, that people don't even see that it's already here. You know, this shit that they think that they're, you know, oh, great again. This shit is over. This shit put a fork in this. It was done back in the 1800s. So they're nothing, like I said, whatever happens to me, I know no matter what they do to me, Father will cover me through Shiloh for my standing up to the sins of the world, for standing up to these thugs. Like I said, there's never been a more murderous nation ever in the history of mankind than North America and its war machine, its military industrial complex, Eisenhower called it. The straight up, you do what the fuck we say, you pay for oil, we're going to make you pay for oil, we're going to take your money a little bit every time, or we will fucking kill you. What kind of goddamn country is that? Who would support that kind of behavior? I don't. I don't. Not at all. And I don't care what happens. And I think people think, people think I'm crazy for mentioning it. That's fine. We're not even supposed to have under the New Testament. Do you understand what I'm telling you? We are not allowed to have fucking veterans outside of our borders under the new covenant, period. We can have a National Guard. We can have a Coast Guard. We can guard our, but we're not supposed to have, actually, Coast Guard would be something we really shouldn't have because we're not supposed to be outside our borders. We can protect our homes, but we're not supposed to go outside our own fucking walls. That's New Testament, brothers and sisters, and we've been violating that for over 2,600 years. Think about that. Who knows that? Are you even wrapping your brain? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Remember, George Washington said no foreign entanglements. This once was a blessed nation, but the minute we went out and started policing other countries, we lost that blessing. So, fuck this country. Fucking hate America. Kicking people off the streets for being poor. We have 1,000 military bases over in all 180 countries. No wonder everybody's so poor. All the money's being spent overseas. We give how much money goes to Israel? How much fucking money goes to Israel every fucking year does Israel get as we got people in the streets of this country dying, poor, homeless because our country is what? In debt. It's the goddamn government that's putting us in debt. Why would anybody support this government? That's what I'm saying. You're looking at somebody who has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. If they support the government, that's your enemy. I'm telling you, that's your fucking enemy. That is your enemy. So, yeah, the enemy is America, brothers and sisters. The beast is America. Who else is strangling everybody for 50 plus years, making them pay for oil with the US dollar, forcing them outside their own fucking borders? That's insane. That's not New Testament. That's Old Testament. God did require war. God did require, have sex with your sister. All right, we're back. We're back. Guess who's back? Back. The 7 Kings back. So, how many people in America as a population percentage know that we're not supposed to be outside our borders under this new covenant? Under the old covenant, that was part of God, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, under this testament. We used to be able to seek vengeance. We used to be able to seek that judgment. Remember, judgments? Somebody killed your brother, or you can go sneak in his house at night and kill his brother. That was part of the Old Testament. War, fee, fine, ritual, all that. We don't do any of this anymore. This is all antichrist, and this is all the Old Testament. So when Trump brings us back under the Sabbath laws where you have to celebrate on the Sunday law, that's Noahide laws. That's Noahide laws, brothers and sisters. That's taking Christ and ripping him down from the tree, the covenant he made, and putting yourself back under the Old Testament. I'm guilty. I've done it. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I teach what I'm trying to share and spread and do what it is that I do, so you know that, hey, don't rip him down, that covenant he made, because you put yourself right back in the Old Testament where one sin is death. Just one. And none of us, we all fall short. Remember, Trump said he can't sin. So we don't go outside our borders. You have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Don't come in here and try to correct me there, Patty. Okay? Okay, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. We don't go under the laws of the testament of flesh, okay? Sure, 613 statutes, commandments. Which ones don't you go by now? Tell me every one. Tell me which ones you do go by. It's pretty fucking simple. It's in the book of Colossians 2 and 14. It's not complicated, so you're right. So, he was right also, but, people don't know the difference between old and new. And what laws to follow. We don't follow laws of flesh. You can't fuck your sister. You can't go by. He said, don't celebrate. That's an old law. So if you celebrate the Sabbath, you're a fucking Satanist. We're not under the laws of celebration. if that makes sense to you. Okay, people don't get it. So he was right, but can he determine what laws are Sabbath laws? He's already mixed it up. So, you understand, Patty, what I'm saying to you? You hearing me? We don't celebrate anything, not one day, not one single day. So we don't do any Old Testament. That's celebration, fee, fine, ritual, all laws of flesh. It's blotted out in the book of handwritings. The book of handwritings of ordinances. Remember all the ordinances, codes, mandates, all the 613 statutes, commandments of the Old Testament. All the laws of flesh, all the celebratory laws, all the ritual laws, all the dietary laws, all those are fulfilled. We don't do any of those. No Old Testament. Yes, there are still laws. Can you fuck your sister? No. There's laws we don't. There's laws we do. So, okay? Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy is Old Testament. We don't go by the Sabbath law. Yes, the Sabbath was Saturday because you had everything prepared by Friday. You couldn't even cook a fire on Saturday. Couldn't light a fire. You couldn't do anything on Saturday. You had to sit on your ass and give all. They still worshipped on Sunday too. People were just very unstudied. And then it stopped studying on Sunday. But the Sabbath day where you had to take time for a father was Saturday. Sabbath, Saturday, not Sunday. That was changed with the Sunday laws. As I'm saying, those are the Noahide laws, Old Testament laws. We don't go by any Old Testament laws of flesh. We're not under the Sabbath law. We're not under the Noahide laws. I'm not under the laws of Aaron or Levi. I'm not under any of the laws of Aaron or Levi. I am under in this New Testament. I am not under the old. Remember, once was written on tables of stone is now sprinkled with the blood of the Lamb. It's blotted out in the handwriting of ordinances. It's blotted out. That means all laws of flesh have been blotted out. Which ones? Which ones? Which ones do you follow? Which we don't follow celebratory laws. He fulfilled all the laws of celebration. Remember, they ate lamb at the Last Supper, not crackers and grape juice. He became that last dietary. Remember, we can eat anything under this covenant. He made all these things clean for us. It's not what goes into man that defiles, it's what comes out of us. So we're not under any laws of celebration. Remember, fees. Remember, he paid that bride price as he hung on a tree. That's not enough price that you're going to think you have to tithe this ministry. No, you don't. You tithe to a man that gives you the meat, but time, like I told you, it used to be food, not even money. So we are not to celebrate a single day. None of these things are we to do. And that's what really people can't even determine is that, yes, under the Old Testament, there are still 600 laws, 613 laws, statutes, commandments, but we don't follow or go by the ones that are flesh laws. And if they were flesh, they become spirit. It's only a spiritual law that we're under. And we're not actually under the law because we're not bound by law. That's fate. We're not bound by fate. We are destined and already paid and chosen. We're not under the law. He fulfilled the law. He didn't abolish it. He fulfilled all the laws of flesh, all the laws of ritual, all the laws of celebration, all the Sabbath laws were fulfilled. We do not celebrate a single day. If you do, you are a Satanist. Please leave this ministry. Don't want you your own self with vipers. So we don't do any of that. We take up our cross daily and we suffer every day. That is our rest. That is our Sabbath. Okay? He did. He fulfilled it. He did not. He said it was fulfilled. It was fulfilled. He said that, right? Not abolish. So Patty's right, but he better figure out which laws to follow and which ones not to. And this, what he's saying about the Sabbath is incorrect. So already he's got this incorrect. And maybe I just read it incorrectly. I apologize. My vision's all screwed up. I'm sitting back here and reading it, but we're not celebrating anything because we'll go back doing the same thing. Think we could build up towers and riches or whatever, covet people or whatever to get to God, to eat certain things or not be. Nope. Only by faith. And faith without works is dead. And he demands to go out and correct people like I'm doing right now. Stop blaspheming his covenant and putting people under the old. Anything under the Old Testament is not in the new. It doesn't mix as far as the new. There are writings in the handwriting of ordinances, remember, blotted out, but those are all laws of flesh. Ritual, fee, fine, celebratory, all that. We don't do any of that. We walk in and we tell people actually to not do that, and they don't like that. But he doesn't want us to do that because we're going to always just twist it like we always do. Froward is the word perverted. We're going to pervert all these things and think we can build up towers and riches. And again, that's not, we're only, the only way we are getting to Father under this covenant is through the Son, and then it's by faith Our faith in the things unseen, and that is unseen is Father. Father is the word Hokadesh. Can you see a word? No. Do you have faith in Father? You need to see him. He sent his son to fulfill the Gentile nations. There's some flesh for you. People don't even, they rebuke Jesus as far as Christ, the Mashiach, born in Bethlehem, because, oh, there's no, wait a minute. That's Father in flesh. That's why he said, I come in the Shem of my I am, of I am of the Most High. I am of the fire. I come in the name of my Father. Father is Most High. So name, he didn't say name, he said Shem, and that means all his words, Old Testament. I come in the Torah. I come in the name of the Torah. I come in this Torah in my Father's Torah, because Father was the Torah. Remember Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy with the words of Father given to Moses on the mount, where he spoke those words to him orally, and those laws were inscribed onto the stone tablets, which became obviously the 10 Commandments, and then the 613 statutes, commandments of the Old Testament, right? 53 books in the Old Testament, right? And then obviously the New Testament, we know that was written later, but again, these are all Father's words too. That's why people have such a hard time understanding. When Peter spoke, even if it was phileo, that was Christ speaking. We need that lesson. We've all been a Peter. We've all denied Christ. Ever? It says, if you deny me in front of your friends and your family, your co-workers in this modern day social media, I'll deny you in front of my Father. So people are really uncomfortable with the understanding what it is that they don't want to talk about this. Oh, go get a church, Well, we have church here every day, don't we? Or 2 or 3 gathered in my Agape, my Shem. Not my name. Name was Shem, and Shem meant law or authority. That meant Torah. See how these people are twisting everything? They twist everything. This is what religion does. It just, the Hebrew word is pervert, froward. To add, twist, warp, take away, change, even a letter is antichrist. So you take Christ down from the tree that he hung from if you take away anything from that book. Old Testament, one sin, death. Venial or mortar, don't matter. A sin is a sin, death. New Testament, add a jot, take away a jot, death. What has changed? Nothing. Actually, what has changed is, remember, it used to be under the old laws, eye for an eye. That was a flesh law. Can you do that now? No, it's spiritual. Now you have to let God fight your battles. Can you protect yourself? Yes. Actually, under the 4th Amendment, yes, but you can't go outside your borders. No foreign entanglements. That's why Washington put that in as part of this. But people have fallen away from this. We're not supposed to be going after anybody. That's the word orge, quick to judgment, quick to indignation, and quick to anger. These are things we need to not just we need to turn our cheek and not seek vengeance. But going outside our border, they keep saying these things, vengeance and peace, and they're just speaking like the devil speaks. Double speak, forked tongue. Say one thing, do something else. Gemini. So Gemini is what that's called. They're bookends, like in the age that we're in now, Aries, Aquarius. So this is not an age where anything is being hidden anymore. This is not an age where the lies have been covering up the truth for decades. But there are people who are out there who have these truths. And if you're one of those that's been shown the way, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. You need to do that. You need to share that, or you're not a disciple. And what really bothers people is when you tell them you're not supposed to celebrate. No, you can't tell me, no, you're not supposed to celebrate. We mess these up, but you don't have any historical, biblical, or scriptural record to go with what you're talking about. And that's why a lot of people are going to struggle when you just say, hey, you can't do that. You need to show them where it says in the scripture, so you can show them to the narrow way. You know what I'm saying? Show them to the narrow way. If somebody's in the broad way, bro, says all we're supposed to do is show them to the narrow way. You're not turning a goat into a sheep. It's not possible. These are chosen from the foundation of the world. These are his bride. I bought these. These are mine. Romans 8:29. I also did foreknow, I did predestine, conform to the image of Christ, to be the firstborn above brethren. And it's about the inheritance. Remember, Esau stole his brother's inheritance. Okay. All glory, Jeremy, to Christ, Father in flesh, the word in flesh, to the Mashiach. I'm just telling you what his words say in his books. It doesn't make me special. Remember, he says, don't boast because you know. But well, if I don't go out and share this light, It wrecks my physical life, but I don't care. My treasure awaits. He's my prize. Christ is my prize. My prize is him. I'm supposed to have my loins girded in his service. Not the world. Be in it, but be not of it. You know, people are too religious. That's the problem. They're too churchy. They're too, and I don't know. Churches, he said, the body's the temple where there are two or three gathered in my Torah or this New Testament. See, when he says name, he doesn't mean letters. He means all of the letters. God damn it does not mean taking the Lord's name in vain. God is a title. Vain means worthless, and it means all of the letters. That's cursing. That's different. I'm not saying, but that's not taking the Lord's name in vain. Name is Shem, second born of Noah. Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Ham, right? Shem, Japheth, the second born. Remember the inheritance, the firstborn. Listen to what he's saying. The second born of Noah, because he stole his inheritance. You got to understand the scripture. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy, you can get all this at Grace and Truth Ministries here on YouTube. It's not a church. It's like me. I have a classroom. Normally I teach with a whiteboard and have, I have my whiteboard and teach all this here, and I have a big whiteboard up here. I was up last night doing on the whiteboard, but Brother Jim has a whiteboard and it's a classroom. Just go there and try to learn. Actually, what you need to do is stop thinking you know anything and then go unlearn, as I had to because I was taught wrong or still lazy study or whatever, and then just start relearning one word at a time. Don't try to bite off too much, man. Actually, you need to start unlearning before you can actually relearning, because you probably need to unlearn a lot of things first and then learn one word at a time. Like I speak, I can define every word that I speak that's in the scripture. Notice I didn't say Bible because it wasn't written on paper. That was done at the Council of Nicaea in the 12th century at Constantine in Rome. But anyways, Brother Jim will teach you this, and he's a teacher. He's my brother in Christ, and he says call no man teacher. That's the word prophet. But Brother Jim defines every word he says, and he's even way better than me at like predicate and adjective and noun. And I know a lot of this stuff, but I didn't listen in school. I didn't listen. I heard, but I didn't listen. He remembers and he listens and he remembers. And he did listen. I didn't listen. But I actually didn't go to school when I was real young until I got to about the fourth grade. But Brother Jim is a wealth of knowledge and what you can do. It's Grace and Truth Ministries. You're on Faith and Truth Ministries. This is HD fat. They called the fat the best part of the meat. That was like, if you ever had a chuck eye, that's like, oh my gosh, that's the best ever. But like prime rib fat, you can push up your mouth. It's just not that gray gristly. It was the fat was the best part. That's what they call that. But Faith and Truth here is a mirror of the predestination former channel here, Predestined for Light, where we mirror Brother Jim's teaching of predestination, which means that this is already, many are called, but few are chosen. You got to understand predestination to know anything about scripture. Predestination is the backbone of what this is. This ministry here is backboned by Matthew 10:34 through 39. Our daily cross, how we're supposed to live, that's also in Matthew. But I'm just saying, it doesn't say that in Matthew as far as Matthew 10:34 through 39. It does say that again in Matthew to take up your cross. But what I'm saying, the backbone of this ministry is Matthew 10:34 through 39. This is how we need to lead our lives so we can understand why we're here. Brother Jim's very eloquent, and he's got 44 decades. I've studied for 3. He's got about 70. I've got 30, plus, give or take. And but he's very eloquent, and he's very. There's no other man that can come against Brother Jim and the gospel. No man can come in here and come against the gospel. Brother Jim, not in arrogance, but Brother Jim has a confidence about him that anywhere he can go, there's nobody who can come against the gospel, because he defines every word. And if you go there and see him, you're like, wow, he really is a lot more than you, but you do just mirror what he's saying. You just don't do all those details. I ain't trying to be Brother Jim, okay? I'm not Brother Jim. Brother Jim is not me. I teach a celestial gospel that Brother Jim has no understanding. So it's Grace and Truth here on YouTube. It's a classroom. It's not a church. He actually rents out like a meeting room, in a building, and they sit down in the classroom, and people sit there and they're studying. It's awesome. It really is. I mean, it's so nice to stop and go, oh my gosh, I learned all this wrong. And I really want this, because Father says, if I didn't call out to their hearts to seek after me, not one of them would. You know what I'm saying? And so Father brought you here. I just mirror this because Brother Jim told me I lack fellowship and need to stop being a loner and just studying the word and not be with anybody else. I'd isolated myself for 6 months at a time, not talking to people or anybody, because I don't want the world anymore. But you can't do that. Iron sharpens iron. You have to fellowship. Don't hide that light in a basket. Well, if you don't share it, go and don't boast, because well, if you don't share it, this is something we have to do. As a disciple of Christ, you go out and you share the gospel, and you suffer because of it. And that's just part of being a disciple. Deny yourself daily, take up your cross daily. Remember that's in Matthew and Luke. He says, my disciples, take up your cross, follow after me. Matthew daily. So we have to do this. We can't even stop ourselves from doing it. There's days I get mad at God. He's killed my son and daughter, or whatever. It's not anybody else who did it to him, because my son and daughter have been potentially murdered, and he won't let me find them, and I know where they're at. And but that's him doing it. That's him doing it. I don't seek vengeance after no man, and Father will pour out a just measure. To be saved, you have to die. The word sozo, that's why it's so important you go to Brother Jim, because he literally speaks fluid Greek. I can't speak fluid Greek. I can teach the gospel in Greek. I can teach the gospel in Hebrew. I speak 100 languages, but I don't speak fluently all those languages. I do speak the gospel fluently and can speak the gospel fluently in Greek. I don't speak fluent Greek. I only study the gospel itself, the words, and study every word that's in the gospel, and that's what I know. I don't claim to know something that I don't study to make sure I have cultures, customs, are different. There's such thing as maps. There's a difference between an idiom and an idiot. There's parables. The book is not some novel like a Western or a love story where you pick it up and read it. You need to run one word at a time, know what that word means, and then find the context of where that word is being said. Now you have a better understanding what the actual, by definition, first what the definition was, who said it, then and where they said it, the context of when and where they said it, when it was said, and then there and after. Then you put all those together. Now that word starts to come to life. And when somebody comes in here, they won't stand a chance in here. And I'm not some kind of perfect saint. I have my issues, but I know the words that I have studied and the definition of the words that I speak in here. Okay. I can be reproof. That's what it tells us with the word. We're supposed to go back with each other with the scripture. It's a living testament. It's supposed to live within us. He was the testor of that will. It's a test of our faith. Remember, sozo is to be picked up, carried, lifted from beginning point to an ending point and healed. So everything that was done incorrectly to you here, he will right. That's the predestination. That's the bride. They're meek, not weak. They will protect themselves, but they won't go out and seek vengeance. That's not their job. Father will make that person, they'll have their day. And that day of judgment is one time, and we don't get to be the judge by condemning them. We judge them with Father's word. We put our light at the top of the house, his light at the body. That's our body's the temple. And we let him speak for us. We judge with righteous judgment. We say, here's what it says in scripture. This is what you're in the Broadway. We're not supposed to celebrate anything. Here's why I show, and then say here, and if they want to hear it, don't sup with vipers. Brother Jim's very adamant about that. He's not going to help people who don't want to help themselves. He does this little thing like, people call him up for help because he has $1 million every year. I don't get any money for this. I get pennies and I don't want the money, but the people will call and, and say, hey, I need some help. And, oh, okay, well, let's talk to you, because he'll like me. I'll give you a chance, but then he'll put you right on the, right on. What do you like, Christmas? Well, yeah, we love Christmas. We hate Christmas here at Grace and Truth Ministries. We don't celebrate. Christmas is a pagan holiday. And, oh, wow. Oh. So, but he won't help people that don't want to help themselves. So I will do that too here. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Grace and Truth Ministries here on YouTube. That's all you need to know, Jeremy. If you never come back here again, all you need is the gospel. You don't need the celestial gospel that Jim doesn't teach. Okay. And I only thing about Brother Jim is just stay away from his teaching about anything celestial. Come here for that if you need to. But if you don't need that, you only need the gospel. You don't need the celestial gospel in the firmament. You don't need that. That's adding to your faith, again, as it tells us in the book of Timothy. We need to add to our faith by being with people who know. That's called your mother. That's the tree of life, knowledge, bis. They were warned of eating from the tree of knowledge. So you better start putting these things together. But Brother Jim's amazing. Go see him. And if you never come back over again, appreciate you coming in. I know people go over there and never come back, and I don't have any qualms with people never coming back here and getting stuck over there. I got stuck for years and years at a time, and I shut off all my other YouTube channels. I mean, I just didn't watch very much. You'll see in my feed or whatever I'm watching, old studies or radio or television. his studies. I don't care how old they are. He has 4,000 studies, and he'll send you 3 studies a month. You don't have to give him a dime. Just get on the list, call Brother Mike or whatever, and they'll send you his teachings. And that way, if the lights go out or something, you still have something to bounce off, because you cannot learn in a 3-hour. I guarantee if you sit down with 1 3-hour teaching from Jim Brown, you'll learn more than you did in the last 25 years. I don't care if you studied every day. I don't care if you studied every day for the last 25 years. In 3 hours, Brother Jim will teach you more than you learned in over 2 decades. He is that powerful of an understanding. Is he higher than me? No. Am I higher than him? No. Is he higher than anybody else in him? No, I'm not putting him on a pedestal. That's pride. He's just a man, but he's more well-versed in the scripture than any man that walks this rock. I challenge any man who thinks they know the scripture, go sit down with Brother Jim Brown. Go there to Grace and Truth in Hendersonville, Tennessee before he passes. You're going to get set straight. No man could come against the gospel. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No fiery arts will penetrate your armor. In Ephesians 6, he told us twice to put on that whole armor of God. You know what I'm saying? You have to unlearn. That's the best thing you can do. You got to unlearn before you even think you can start intaking. And if you do, just start untaking 1 word at a time. Just do 1 word at a time. Don't think you know anything. Like, be like a child. He says you must be innocent as a child to the return to the Father. So slow down. Don't think, oh, I know this. And I know you don't know. You probably know it all wrong. And once you go see Brother Jim Brown, he'll start, oh, well, that wasn't right. Oh, wow. You're like, holy crap, I got this on. Pretty soon you're just going to be submissive to the word. You go, okay, this person has it. I can try to study for it, but I'm not going to really learn much right now. I'm actually need to sit down, unlearn for a while, and let this teacher, he says, call no man teacher, but Brother Jim, get your head in the right direction like we do it here. Interlinear text or septus, concordance, study the definition first, go back, study the word, and then find the context. The word comes to life. I did it for years. It just wah, 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 wah. I called it Charlie Brown. I'm reading. I'm trying, because I'm not using my skills that I need to be studying the definition of each word. I'm being lazy, thinking I can make my own, read it and know what, oh, well, I think this means this. It's complicated as hell, brothers and sisters. This was written over 2,600 years ago, okay? In the New Testament, the Hebrew is even older than that. So you're looking at a language that's not in American. You need to study it in the language it was written in, just period, right out the gate. So if you think you can look at a book and take out the these and the thys and thous, that doesn't confuse me at all. It's the words. When you're making a translation of a word, that's his word. You need not to be able to make it. That's called translation. You need to get the definition of every word. I don't care if you think you know what it is, because it might have been said in a different context back then. I can say right now, oh my God, you guys, it's flipping sick. Did you see that? They're like, yeah, that was cool as shit. And I'm like, you want a jacket? No, I'm good. Well, you said you were sick. Well, no, hold on. You're always sick. Never mind. I'll go get the priest to sprinkle some holy water on him. He's got a demon. You know, if you said that at the time of Rome or Christ, they look at you like you were crazy. He's flipping sick. Hold on. I said, I'll get the Catholic priest. Now, don't let him touch you. But anyways, we'll sprinkle some holy water on you. You got a demon. Our dialect is alien now. Remember, alien's a word. See? So study. There, 1 word, you can debunk people who don't know anything about Scripture or know anything about Christ. Let me show you that nobody, here's how I've showed you that nobody even knows who Christ, the Hamashiach, or knows anything and never even picked up that word one time or read that book. And if they have, they just didn't get it. If they think they live on a planet spinning at 1,040 miles an hour, they've never read that book. And even they may have picked it up hundreds of times. They might even know everything in that book, but they've never actually read it. They never did actually, never even. Father gives people what is called a deaf eye or ear or restrainer. Apocalypse means to lift off the scales, to remove the scales of the eyes so that you would have a seeing eye. Only very few have that eye to see. That's just the way it's written. Or removes the restrainer of their ear, which is not like retarded or restrained like a carburetor, and removes that deaf ear so they have an ear to hear. Most people are not going to hear this. They're not going to take the time to study anything. They just want to go along with their own translations. And see, the thing I don't understand about people is Father is the Word. Father is, well, he spoke all this into existence, right? Everything was, the Hebrew language is the vibration of the toroidal field. The toroidal field, every, like I said, every yod or every letter on that Hebrew, the actual writings is, it has frequency. It means something. It has value. It literally vibrates at a certain energy.
We've lost all that. I brought that up in here before. Like, we say so many things now that they've made. I encourage you to just go study all the words in English. Well, more American now more than English, because we don't even speak proper English. I couldn't say yeah to my dad. He'd beat the snot out of me for saying that. I had to say yes, not yes, sir, but I had to say yes. I had to speak proper English. None of us, he had 3 boys, we couldn't speak any of that slang, is what I'd call it, in the house. I didn't want to hear slang. He didn't want to hear it, not in the house. We could say whatever. I'm telling you, if we were outside the house, okay, on our own. I'm not saying being around him, but if we were outside the house, we could say what we wanted. But when we went inside that house, we had to speak proper English. We could not speak this American. Language has become so, like the word fire. Fuego. Man, that's fire. Was it the food's fire? Is it good? Is it bad? The book is full of parables, words that don't mean the same things today that they meant back then. And you're sitting there reading it, think you're lost. You better slow down and read it one word at a time, one letter at a time, so you get it right. And then there's a confidence. There's a confidence about when you know the word and you know the definition, you won't let anybody change that. And that is confident when no, I've taken the time to study. This is how you prove your worthiness to Father. It's the study by the knowledge that you have. I'm still learning. Don't think that I know it all. I don't know shit. Compared to Brother Jam, I don't know shit compared to him. But he don't know shit compared to me when it comes to the gospel. We're just two different. We all get a different measure. Try to remember that. Don't hide that light in a basket. He said, give that shekel to the rich man. Remember, he buried it. He didn't use what he was given. Father wants us to use our ability. We don't all get the same measure. So remember, I'm not above anybody. Nobody's below me. So I want you to go look at the English language and look at all the dialect that you say every day. It's like I get on people when they come in here. Mourning, Pastor. Why are you mourning? What, does somebody die? What? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. No, why are you standing under me? You should overstand. I encourage you to look at this dialect that they've done to us as the English language or American language, where all these words are pulling you into a lower realm, the abyss, no knowledge. You have no idea what you're saying when you say something. Like, do you understand? Yes. No, overstand. Not be less. Be less. I've been trying to say that. Less and less more. To be less. No, about abundance. Bounty. You notice I try to change some of my own dialect. Just things I remember. I need to stop being so lazy. I need to go back and study some of the words I even say today because I'm lazy. So I've got issues too, bro. So just because I know all this stuff doesn't mean I'm going to study to the day I die. And like Brother Jim, I'm always in a study mode. I'm always studying. If you notice, I've got something in my brain. I'm thinking of you, but I'm still thinking about something back here. I just don't have the same kind of brain as most people. Does it make me better? I think it makes me worse. It makes things harder for me. I can't shut things off. My brain only shuts off when I pass out. Never. Like I told you, they would put me on Ritalin when I was a kid. I wouldn't sit still. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't get in trouble. But I always pushed it right to the edge where I knew I was going to get my ass beat or something. But right on that line. And that's who I've always been. I don't care. Whatever. I am who I am. Father made me who I am. So I can't change. I've done it I'm in my 50s now. So I think there's no turning back for who I am. So, Father made me this way. And again, I'm not saying that I can't be reproved. I can't change. I can't add. But I don't know. I've got a pretty solid base. I made a lot of mistakes. And, he said, come out over my people. Come out over my people. So we're all going to make mistakes. And we're still going to fall on our face to this day. But the thing that we need to remember is that when we're here, we all have a unique purpose that why we're here. And we all, into this world stage or whatever, these final days of revelation, which are not anywhere close. I mean, a day on this rock is 1,000 with Father. So when I say something like that too, it's so hard, brothers and sisters. The word is so fascinating to me because it means so much more than the words, even than the definition at sometimes, like thy kingdom come. That is Shiloh. That is the return of the bride. That is what that is what I'm working for. Thy kingdom come. I hope that word means everything to you. Thy kingdom come. That is the 7th trump, brothers and sisters. That is our judgments. That is that one, thy kingdom come. That's the return of Shiloh. The scepter shall not depart from Judah till Shiloh returns. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. Not your will, That is self-will, porneia, but the Father's will, agape. Not worldly love, phileo, like you like your dog, you like your truck, you like your wife's rack on her, and the rack on your truck. That's phileo love. He says, do you agape me, Peter? I'm not asking you phileo. Do you agape me? Do you love me? You're doing what I'm asking me. Or, I'm asking of you. So remember, you're gonna struggle in this world sometimes, brothers and sisters, because this world is so hard to get by. You're gonna rob Peter, because Peter denied Christ to pay Paul. Paul didn't deny Christ. He went right out and shared the gospel and never returned back, brothers and sisters. He didn't have the issues, but Paul was in his 80s. Peter was in his 30s. They were young. Big difference. So please read the writings, brothers and sisters. They're so beautiful. He is the Word, and that is His Word. Those are Christ's words. Those are Father's words. So I'm in love with the world, right? No, I don't care about this world. You can have it. There's nothing here for me. I'm in love with that Word, and that's why I take the time, like Brother Jim says. Guard my commandments. That's 2 John 6. That means guard my words. Guard my words. Guard my words. Don't let anybody change or add to my word. I've done it. That's a demon. That's a Nephilim, right? So guard them. Be a good steward of your time. Be a good steward of your flesh. But mostly be a good steward of His word. He said, 2 John 6, that's to walk and follow in the commandments of God. And He commands us to don't let anybody change it. Don't add or take away from my book. Not a letter, not a yod. That's a no, not a jot. That's a period. So people think they're spinning on that jot, brothers and sisters, at 1,040 miles an hour. That's quite silly, isn't it? Telling me that they're living on a planet Earth. Yeah, I know. There's no such thing as planet, and Earth is a rule. So they have no rule over your own face. All the stuff comes out of your mouth is just a bunch of crap. Translation, basically. Again, it doesn't make you better, brothers and sisters, but it sure gives you a bit of a confidence that you're not some religious idiot. So I'm going to wrap this up. I encourage you to look the Deagle maps up. 200 plus million Americans will be disappeared for the end of this pagan calendar of 2025. Will you be one of those that survives? What's your plan? Put in the chat on how you plan on surviving the 200 plus million Americans and then that disappear. And if you look at all these people on the Deagle maps, these are generally Western, European, white, Christian-based nations that are going to take the largest hit. I think they're going to come after Christian people. Stupid fucking dumbass Christians. Stupid dumbass fucking Catholics. Stupid religious people. That's what you get for being religious. I don't say what you get out of vengeance or judgments. I'm righteous judgments or condemning them. I think anybody is a religious fool if whatever is going to happen in the future, because they're definitely going to attack. It says, I need you to read the Albert Pike letters, and you'll see exactly what is about to come, too. Albert Pike, the First World War, Second World War. I don't know if you know who that is, but I think they put that statue up. They knocked it down during the old COVID, but they knocked down the more, monoliths and things like that. So they always knock down history when they're getting ready to change it, erase the old and bring in the new. But please, 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 please fall in love with the Word. Don't care about this world. This world is nothing. It's flesh. He doesn't want you to love the dirt. He doesn't want you to love anything you can see. Not even your husband or your wife more than Him. He says that. He who loves the Father more than me is not worthy of anything. Anything. You gotta love Him, and He is the Word in flesh. And that's why I love Shiloh so much. Nobody's gonna say anything to me that's gonna penetrate this. You can change me with the word or definition. Otherwise, I'm not bending at all. Hell no. I'm not going to let you change. That's forward. Remember, twist, warp, add, take away, bend over, whatever you want it. Grab your knees, touch. They're going to literally ream people here pretty soon, brothers and sisters, for being. I see how it's going to happen. Elsa, how are they going to get rid of all these Christians and Catholics? Maybe a rapture, right? No such thing as rapture. How are they going to get rid of all these Western nations on the Deagle maps? How are they going to pull this off? You've been here. I want to go. I got to do something here, guys. I got a $5,000 bill tomorrow, and I don't have any ways of making it. And I'm not going to make it in here all day by sitting in here. I don't know what to do. So I got to figure something out here. Yep, robots. So, you know what I'm saying? Robots. It's so stupid, man. I'm telling you, these things are going to track anybody who is, I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic. Yeah, these people running scared. It talks about the blood of the saints, brothers and sisters, and these are false, but they're doing it in the scripture. Okay, Try to remember these elitists, they want to take this population back down to like 1700s populace. I think it's a little over, like around 600 million people on this rock in the 1700s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they want to go back. Actually, the Georgia Guidestones had the populace at 500 million, just a little under 100 million less. Remember, there's 200 million Americans that are supposed to disappear. So, will the Guidestones come to fruition, brothers, sisters? We got to go from the Deagle maps. I'm telling you, listen, Elsa, please be here with me if we still have this internet. I don't think we're going to have the internet after this, to be honest. And I don't be there. Elsa, if the Deagle maps come to fruition, we need to focus on this Georgia Guidestones. They're going to go to those numbers. I'm not kidding you. That's Rose Christ, RC, Rose Church. I know who did the Guidestones. I don't want to talk about that right now. But, oh, Father, please. We need to go to that level, because if that happens, and just remember that. If not, then remember that we said this, okay? Because we know that's where they're going to head this population. If they can get these Deagle maps to come in 3 months and we see all that happen, I guarantee they're going to bring it down to the Guidestones population of 500 million. You know what I'm saying? DEAGLE. Yeah, Deagle maps, Jeremy. They're what they are, is they're Deagle maps. They were put out in 2017. I don't know if this is going to come fruition. I don't want it to, not at all. I don't want that to happen. They've already whacked enough people with the COVID. You know what I'm saying? But what it did, it was put out in 2017, and it talked about a population reduction. And if you look for this, because I've studied this, it's all these predominantly European nations, people more of a Christian or Catholic type faith based. There are some that are not, but Deagle, they're called Deagle, the Deagle maps. And what they do is, it was a projection of the population density at the end of 2025. And it showed some nations going up, some nations going down. If you look into population, we need to make 2.5 people per person just to expand our population. There are many countries right now, irregardless of whatever happens with this Deagle maps or whatever, okay? We don't, like in America, our population's going down. Our population's going down. We don't make enough people in America. I encourage you to look at a channel called Truth Stream Media. It's a couple. They're one of the best bloggers on the internet here on YouTube, Truth Stream Media, where she went over all these populations by country that don't have enough people to grow out their populations. There are many populations that are already in decline. China's one of them. That's why they went away from that one world, policy or whatever, the one child, and are allowing, encouraging people to have kids over there again, because their populations, there are not enough people having kids. And even if you look at this modern day generation of these younger generations, I don't put a label on them. Fuck them, they're smart kids. Some are stupid as fuck, but so are we, But, they don't want kids. And I don't blame them at all. I mean, I do. We should, but this world is so tough. It's so expensive. A college degree don't get you shit. They already come into the world with a bunch of debt. Why the fuck are they going to want to bring people into this world? And if you remember the old ways, you wanted a better world for your children. My dad wanted the same thing for me. I know his dad wanted, even regardless. Where has that gone? Why have we forgotten that we need to have a better place for these children? No, instead we have presidents that are just spending all their money. At $8.8 trillion during the Trump administration. Barry spent 10, I don't care. But listen, you're talking about spending the future generation's money now. Right now. How are these people have any kind of a future? These younger generations are screwed. So they're not going to probably want to have kids. It's so expensive. How can they even afford to have a kid? So a lot of the population's already declining, brothers, sisters. A lot of the populations are already declining. It's already happening, brothers, sisters. So it's not always that. Remember TED Talk with, Kill Bill wide pizza gates. Kill Bill wide pizza gates. Okay. Broadway, Kill Bill wide pizza gates. He said it as TED Talk that if they did a good job with the Whack the Nations and these things, they could bring the population down by 10%. So they're just outright saying it in front of everybody. And it has been happening. I do have a pretty good understanding. There is not 8 million people or a billion people on this rock. There's not 7 billion people on this rock. I think we have about 6 billion people on this rock right now. They'll tell you it's like 8. I'm telling you, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. China ran their incinerators the whole time during the COVID, brothers and sisters. They ran their incinerator. You can see it through the maps, the heat maps. They never turned off those incinerators. There were so many people during the COVID that they just, that's whatever it is. So you do you, but I'm telling you, they're not going to stop until they reach these numbers that they want. They know that there's a solar minimum coming, that there's not going to be enough food to feed the populace. That's why they've been digging these underground military bases, seed vaults, and getting everything ready for the sun cycle. When it pops again, it's going to take the grid down, and they know it. And it's just a cycle, and they're ready for it right now. That's why they're putting all this military on the streets. The Navy has already came out and said that the negation of our magnetosphere, or magnetic canopy, has depleted by over 40%. And that's why we keep getting rocked by solar flares, that we were seeing atmospheric rivers dump, literally wipe places off the map overnight, literally 1,000-year rain cycle. We just had in Iran, we had a volcano that it wasn't active. The last time it was active was 7,500 years ago. I mean, we had Etna go off. A lot of these are cycles too, and they know it, and they ride the cycles. Yes, we know Epstein didn't Epstein himself, and Charlie Kirked himself. So leaning a little too far to the right, ended up leaning to the left. So don't be leaning too far to the right. We don't do none of that crap in here. But listen, brothers and sisters, they know the solar cycles, they know the debt cycles, they know the celestial cycles. They're just riding these cycles. They're getting ahead of them. And if you look, they're all dug in and they're ready to go. They're ready to go, guys. They are ready to go. They've been digging these bases underground and taking and robbing the U.S. tax dollars. Look at this. Since 1981 was the first time I found that they were taking the U.S. tax dollars and boring out, which was known as a nuclear hog, now a boring company by Elon has that same tech, which is back in the 80s, where they fuse all the rock together to create a glass, hole that doesn't need the debris brought out, and it makes a sealed chamber down there. And they're massive. Some of these things are 2 and 3 and 4 stories tall hogs, literally digging out that's like digging a 4-story building everywhere you go. I mean, they're unbelievable. And so they're getting ready because there's a core temperature underneath your feet that keeps temperature year round, but they're going to let you stay up on the surface and freeze your ass to death. They don't give a fuck about you. And this is going to happen whether you like it. Now, it doesn't have to be an EMP. It could be the sun does it with a solar flare. It could be the volcanism that increases, like more times than not. That's what happens, is that this increased solar energy coming from the sun penetrates into the core and gets into our magma, and one of these volcanoes explodes and we go off in a nuclear winter because there's just too much particulate in our atmosphere. It takes years to clear off, but during that time, there'll be no more food on the surface. You won't be able to grow anything, and they know that too. And we're days away from that. That should already happen in the cycles. There's so many things like the Carrington event that happened 166 years ago that took our grid completely down. At the time, it was telegraph. People are way more electronically connected. I mean, you're literally sitting in an electric fucking fence. If you're in a city, I'm telling you, I don't want to incite any fear, but you are going to burn that quick. It will be fucking painless. I guarantee you, those cities are just going to go whoosh. And I don't care if they're full of steel. They'll literally be ashes. There's just too much electric, too many grounded, ungrounded houses, smart meters, transporters, think about how much electric and wiring, if something hits that during the Carrington event, in the 1800s, it took down all our technology, which was telegraph. The operators' headsets were burnt. Their head, they were literally unplugging the machines. They were still sending telegraphs out. That's a small, tiny little graph. It's like, just I can't even imagine what the difference. How we compare the two things? Just some little piece of, a couple pieces of string until that garter belt laced. With just laced. You're living in a lace of electric. You're gone. Poof. It says your enemies to be ashes under your feet. Again, or what's it? Because Father hates cities. So I'm not telling you what to do, but if you live in a city, please leave now. If you need to come somewhere, I have places available. I've been trying to help people and tell them that they don't have nowhere to go. They can come here. 10 fucking years. Look how many people here disappeared during Hurricane Helene. There must have been thousands of people that heard me in North Carolina. And you know how many people are laying in the ground dead that didn't listen to me? Every one of them. All of them are dead. And what can I do? Nothing. And so I'm doing it now, and I'm going to do it again. And nobody's going to come to us. She said, but I'll at least know that I sounded the alarm, not to cause alarm. Like, hey, it's time to go. You don't go when the gates are shut. You don't fix your roof when it's leaking. You fix your roof when it's dry, right? Are you the one out there putting get all wet? Why didn't you just fix it when it's dry? It's called preventive maintenance. So you don't go when the door's already shut. You have to go before anybody figures it out. And if you figure it out right now and you look around, guess what? Fucking nobody's figured it out. But the elite are ready as a motherfucker, ready to go for this next event. So but again, you know, like I said, go where you need to go, your 10 toes. Father will tell you where you need to be at. There's no way under this or anywhere under this judgment of this final judgment, which we're, you know, obviously it's a ritual, but that you're going to escape this. It's on all nations. It's all flesh. So there's going to be better pockets though. And I guess that's where you should find your place. Because remember, narrow is the way that leads to the straight gate. And if you notice all these, you know, country roads and countries that we got little narrow roads out in the, you got those big clover leaves and Broadway and remember Broadway is the way that leads to the Pizza Gate. I mean the wide gate. I mean the Kill Bill Broadway wide pizza gates. Oh, my bad. So yep, hell. Okay. So most people ain't gonna listen, brothers, sisters, and I'm not even trying to get you to change. Go where you think you should be at. Father will protect you no matter where you're at. I guarantee you that if you do not add to his book, take away a thought, no weapon formed against you will prosper. He says, if you add to this book or take away, you will receive of all the written plagues that are in this book. So if you don't partake in it, then you don't have anything to worry about. That's not me, brother, sister. I wish that I could have been, not a wish, but that I could be that man, but I'm not. I have partaken in this beast. I've done things, and I need to get ready for the plagues of Revelation. Okay, so I'm going to do it. And if I die trying, then hey, I was girded in his service, like he said to do until you return. And that's all I can do. It's like a lot of those people that were scrubbed off the map up there in North Carolina. I wish they would have come here. But, you know, many of me met him had kind of like a situation where I'm in, where I'm super prepared and I got everything as much as I can. And at least they died fucking trying. Who cares if they didn't get to use their shit? Who cares if they didn't, you know, what a waste of time. They could have lived their whole life and been living well, they died trying. You know, I'd rather die trying than not. Oh, what do you want to be one of those people? If all hits the fan, you come out, because they have this whole thing about nuclear. Oh, you come out of your bunker, you're going to be the last one. What are you going to be, like a fucking bitch there on your back and be fucked, or as a turtle and not kick or nothing? God damn, I'm going to at least try. You tell me you don't even want to try. Don't hang around people like that, brothers, sisters. And I don't want to try with violence. Remember, I want to try by getting away from these idiots. I don't want to be in the cities where they're going to bomb. I want to be out in the country where why are they going to bomb the country? You know, I mean, just, brothers, sisters, be smart. Be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. I'm not asking for violence. And this is the time probably to exit wherever you're at. I'm not kidding you. What are you waiting until they put fucking military on 50 fucking states in this country and lock you a complete fucking lockdown? Go get some toilet paper today. Get a water filter today. Get fucking headed out this way. I have room for you. Contact me before you come out here. I'm sure I can find something. If you don't come to this area, brothers, sisters, please look in your area. There's plenty of homesteading people who need people like myself, need people like you, especially if you're hungry to, you know, or organic lifestyle and just get away from the system. There are a lot of other people like me out there. Not a lot as a whole, but if you look at, there's plenty of places where you can get hold of people that want to help people, and they need other hands. We should be uniting, not revolutionary, coming together, but evolving, evolutionary, going away from their system, coming together. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to be alone, but it's not easy to you know, to have a group of people. Don't think as you go to community, it's just going to make everything great. There's going to be issues no matter what. So you make the best what's in front of you. That's what I do. You know, like what's going on with me? I need $5,000 tomorrow, and it ain't going to happen. And so what? That's God's will be done. So what? I'll represent myself. I'm going to ask him for my money back if that happens. So, and see if I can just take that and leave after I'm going to go to trial. I'm going to take him to trial myself then. And like I said, and then I can still sue outside the U.S. because I've already been looking at this. I don't have to be in the U.S. to place a civil lawsuit. I can have people. I might have to show up remotely via, Skype or whatever, all these things. But I don't have to be in the country to sue the federal government. Actually, I've been looking into it. Might be safer for me to be outside of the country because of my dad. They can come after me. So I'll probably be hopefully here tomorrow on whether or not when my trial is going to be. This will come to an end someday, brothers, sisters. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up, Jenny. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid fucking ignorant puke. You say all these spiritual things and then you start screaming aggressively. Go fuck yourself. There's no aggression in here. Get out of here, you little bootlicker bitch. Go kick rocks, okay? Yeah, I don't want you to say anything. Just go fuck off, okay? That's what you can do in here. There, they had to put something in there. See that, brothers, sisters? They just can't fucking be quiet, man. They have to fucking do it. Ha 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 ha. Don't know the situation at all. So careful. I want you to go out in the world today and I want you to look around and say, you know what God said? Everybody's fucking evil. Everybody you know, everybody in your family, everybody you know is a fucking evil motherfucker. Because that's what the book says. Well, very few go find the straight gate, and that there's about that many good people since the beginning of time and this many evil. So if you stop walking the fuck around, and this doesn't make me angry, it doesn't make me aggressive, it makes me fucking a realist, okay? That most people are fucking evil, acting nice, being fucking stupid in a world where it's okay for people to do everything. There's children are starving. There's literally enough food on this rock. Not one single child to ever starve. Well, you got this shit all fucking wrong. You better check your neck. Look out there. Everybody you know is fucking evil. That's probably you. It's probably me. Who the hell are we to say, right? Judge yourself with righteous judgment, okay? I do that. I'm not perfect because I'm cursing. So fucking what? I'm supposed to be happy. Remember, we can be angry. I'm not angry at anyone. I'm not supposed to be happy about what's going on. I'm supposed to be happy that the president's a fucking PDF file. All of them are. Oh, I'm just okay with that. Grow the fuck up. People like Ginny are fucking lame. We live in a world that just, and it doesn't make what I'm doing right, but so fucking what? Do you know anything about my situation? Judge me with righteous judgment. How about that? Don't condemn me. Don't fucking condemn me. Judge me with righteous judgment. Learn about my situation before you start casting fucking lies and shadow and doxing me and making me feel like I'm dog shit because I have a foul fucking mouth. Other than that, if I can curve that, I don't think anybody would say anything. Yeah, they wouldn't like it anyways, bro. They want that eat cotton candy little cracker Jesus, little white Jesus, Caesar Borgia, homosexual transgender Jesus, orgy Jesus. Jesus got mange. Give your fucking mange to yourself. Bestiality, you beast of the field. You're a brute beast. It can't be learned. And I don't care. I'm not trying to turn a goat into a sheep. I apologize, guys. I have a fucking court date tomorrow, and I'm probably just did all this shit for nothing once again. I'm not going to have the $5,000, and that makes it where I'm going to have to fucking represent myself. That was all just another fucking waste of my time. I never needed to sell the gold and silver. I just could have kept it. Do you know what it's worth today compared to when I sold it? I mean, you could ask him for the fucking money back, but do you realize silver's at $43, guys? I sold it at 33. I sold what, 25, fucking 40, 30, 40 pounds of silver? I've taken a huge hit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have firewood. I don't have fucking, remember I only have the wheels to get down the, whatever. Fucking people, man. So anybody want to help my son, please, you can donate to this cause by calling somebody. Call the feds. Tell them some crazy motherfucker out here. I don't give a fuck what you do, but please help me. Sit here and watch me struggle for fucking 16 fucking months and just sit there. Like that one person came in last night. Do you need money? Oh, you're still asking for money? No, I didn't ask for any money. I didn't say anything. Just go for like 5 hours. Just didn't say shit. I said, oh, well, you want to fucking buy some? Like I'm asking fucking coming here to be a goddamn fucking grifter? Come on, man. I spent 21 fucking hours in here yesterday and didn't get paid a fucking dime. I'm going to get called a goddamn grifter, dude. Fuck, oh, you need money? Yeah, I told him. I said, hey, okay, motherfucker, put your money where your mouth is. That's like that dude who came in here with 13 fucking Bitcoin at 114,000. But he didn't want to give me one fucking dime to my Bitcoin account. So people are such fucking teases, man. Ask and say they're going to fucking help you and then turn around and fuck you in the ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay, bro. It's just, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at Father, man. I got plenty of things that could have fucking sold and I'm going to lose this goddamn attorney and it was all going to be for nothing. Once again, all of this, it don't be surprised. I get a hold of you tomorrow and say, look, man, my fucking attorney quit or something, because I don't know how I'm going to have any control in that goddamn courtroom tomorrow if I don't have the money to fucking, be him. It's just going to be a waste of my time. Now I'm going to drive down there for nothing tomorrow. They're going to set a court date, but it doesn't fucking matter because I'm going to have to represent myself at trial and not have him. I just wasted so much fucking time. And I had to drive all the way over to fucking Eugene to go bring him the fucking money. I had to pay Kevin a bunch of money to drive me over there. It's just nothing but a big loss. And then, so apologize that anything I've ever fucking came in here, if it's ever affected you. I don't want money. I am so fucking ready to get through with this life. I'm just trying to help my son out. I don't need to be here. I don't fucking care about anything in this world. There's nothing here for me except for this ministry. I don't love anything in this world but the word. So I love you, brothers, sisters in Christ, but this is just a fucked up time and place to be here. But it's amazing too, though. So don't forget that I'm so happy to be here to witness the Revelation 12 sign, the Star of David, and all these things that he's given me. I'm not without, guys. I just again, I just can't help my son. I'm just so fucking baffled. I spent another, tens of thousands of dollars, and it didn't even go anywhere. And tomorrow, I'm not going to have the money, and all that's just going to unfold. And so everything I just worked on for the last 15 months is going to unfold more and more and more. And it sucks because he can fucking unrestrain my goddamn shit. Why can't somebody buy my shit from me? It's not like I'm not trying. I'm not just sitting here doing nothing. I reposted everything yesterday and not one fucking hit on anything. Nothing. It's because they won't allow my shit to go up. So it's him doing it. So if you wanted something to be different, it would. So I might come up here a little later. Like I said, I don't have anything to do. I'll just have a court date tomorrow where, again, I got to drive down with 5 fucking hours for nothing. So for an attorney that I can't even afford now. How the fuck could even give him the money to begin with, man? I tried. I gave up what I had, man. I've been trying every since selling shit, and it's been months, just nothing is sold. I have expenses to get by, and so I just didn't sell anything. And you know who I blame that on? God. I don't blame it on the government for making everybody, so fucking poor. That has a lot to do with it, but I blame it on God. So I'm not mad at anybody. It's just frustrating, to get threatened. And at least I thought I can report my fucking son murdered or missing, and my daughter, irregardless of the financial situation, but I can't even do that. So I don't know how I get up and do this every day. I do it for you guys, so I'm not here for me. There's nothing here for me. I'm doing it for you. I hope this is worth it for you. Please come use this ministry someday. I hope I fucking sit there and spent $47,000 and I could have used that right now and had the money and none of you ever come out here. That'd be a fucking sucky, fucking shitty thing to do to this ministry. Well, not you, just the ministry itself. It's here to serve the people. I took $47,000. I'm $5,000 short. I'm probably going to lose all this shit. And I just put $47,000 in the ministry, not for myself. And nobody ever comes here, man. That's fucking just, see, I'm ready to get the fuck out of this flesh, man. There's just nothing here for me. I can't even get people to come here and enjoy the ministry itself. But I'm glad we have an online thing, bro. I'm just frustrated, as you can tell. I'm getting close. Tomorrow's the day, and it's all going to be for nothing again. I've had this happen every fucking time. Every time in this case, I get all the way to the finish line, and bam, it's all over again. I get yanked back down. So, oh well. It's my fault. I didn't drag the flatbed to the end of the highway. So it's not you guys. I just didn't have it. I bent over, thought I was having a fucking heart attack. So probably should have went out there and stayed working. And, but I just couldn't. Then I came in and I spent 21 hours in here. And I went, yeah, well, if I can't work physically because I'm struggling with my physical body, I need to do something where I can use my voice. So it's going to suck, man. Like I said, having to fire that or not fire, or to have that attorney say, I can't, I can't work for you, Tracy. I need $5,000. I don't work for free. So, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. So, like I said, it's not that. It's like, God, I just wish I had the gold and silver now. Cause I swear, guys, I just leave. I mean, I just fucking leave if I had that gold and silver. I would now. Well, nobody's going to look for my son and shit. Why am I here? Where am I going? I don't even know where I go, but that was the stupidest thing I ever did, was give him that fucking, tens of thousands of dollars, and he never even looked for my son. I come up $5,000 fucking short, and that's just the way everything works with me. So, shouldn't have spent the $47,000 on the ministry, but oh well. If nobody ever comes, oh fucking well. At least I tried, right? Same thing. At least I died trying. So That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Again, if you want to help support the ministry, you can buy something from me. That could help me out. I don't, you don't have to, but I have a lot of stuff for sale. I don't want to take anything from anybody. So would you please, I have a marketplace. Nobody's ever bought anything in 16 months. So nobody's going to probably buy anything today. I don't expect somebody to buy anything. I just don't want to take anything. So I'm willing to give, uh, something for your money if you have it, if you have abundance, but probably not. Probably people hanging out here on YouTube are not, they're getting by just like me. And I'm not just getting by, obviously, I've been blessed. And again, I think about it. I spent over $150,000 this year. That's insane, you know, um, on other people, not me, on my son and the ministry, not on me. And here I am coming up, can't even take care of my fucking self. No firewood, car's all fucked up. Not gonna have a winter vehicle. Shit, like I said, I can't even take my vehicle to court. I have to ask somebody else to take me. It's too fucked up. I'm gonna crash that thing. The tires are fucked. So, boy, oh boy, should have just listened to my son. I am responsible for the death of my son, Elijah Werner. If I'd have just listened to him, he'd probably be alive right now. I'm responsible for the death of my daughter, Adriana Murder. We called the fucking feds and called the feds on me because I had something to do with it. I didn't physically murder him or anything of the sort. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. But maybe the feds will come out and look for him and put me in jail. They'll be happy. Bring me up some more charges, but somebody please go look for my fucking kids. I told you where they're at. Somebody, anyone to help me? Go fund me for them. Anyone? I got one more fucking day, and then that's it. There's no more helping Pastor Revelation in this case. There's just nothing you can do. And it's not me. Help them. That's what I'm saying. So, if not, then help yourself. Okay, don't worry about helping me. Father doesn't want me to have help. So, I've tried and tried and tried, and nobody once has ever put in a single fucking dime for Elijah right now. It's pretty hard to believe. It's weird. I get on the, like I said, I get on Facebook and the marketplace and stuff and whatever, and I see these people veteran GoFundMe. $45,000 fucking dollars for what? He's a veteran and he fucking helps pulled somebody out of a fucking car crash and he made a GoFundMe $45,000 for him because he's a hero and he's a veteran. God, I got dead fucking son and daughter, and that's fucking standing up for them. Never mind. You know what I'm saying? God, I fucking hate this country so much, guys. It just sucks, man. They're just fucked me over, fucked my son over, and killed my son and daughter, and then I can't report him missing. Then I got a court date tomorrow, and I can't even fucking. I don't have the money because I spent it on the ministry and spend it on my son and daughter instead of spending it on myself. This is my problem. See, this is my son fucking probably don't ever want to talk to me ever again. I won't listen to him. And all I ever do is get myself in fucking more trouble by helping other people out. Every time I reach out and try to help somebody, it back slaps and fucks me. So, oh well. No, I'll get over it. Tomorrow will come to pass, guys, and I'll tell you, whatever. Like I said, I'm willing. I already trying to tell myself this so that when it happens, I'm not, I've already thought about it and I'll just push through it. But they're going to set a court date tomorrow, and then I'm not going to have the money. And I've tried because I've been trying to sell things. And then John's office is going to call me just like they did before. They won't wait a fucking day. They didn't call me for, 3-4 weeks when I already gave them tens of thousands of dollars. But they're going to tell me tomorrow after they set the court date, Gina's going to call me and said, Tracy, John has talked to me and we can't proceed forward with this case until we get the remaining $5,000. And I'll still try to between now and then, but we'll see. We'll fucking see. But I think at that time I'm just gonna ask him, hey man, you didn't go look for my son. You didn't fucking even care when I asked you, hey, I think my son is dead and murdered. All you tried to do is get me off the charges. So I know I can beat the case itself. That's what doesn't scare me about the case at all. I know they fucked up. So what just scares me is that the case is going to get resolved. It's going to go away, and I again just wasted probably $50,000 this year, and I'm scraping over fucking pennies. This is so crazy. God fucking can't stand me. I know he probably hates me more than anybody on this rock. Prove it to me that he doesn't. Go ahead. I'll let you go and write a goddamn comment. Nobody's ever left any more comments. People just quit commenting on these videos. So tell me why God doesn't hate me more than anybody on this rock. I'm not special, but you tell me in the comment section why is he killing my son and daughter? Why won't anybody fucking help me? Why will not anybody help my son and daughter? Like I said, Jim Brown, he funds people who are wrecked with fucking wrecks into telephone poles. And people say they give a fuck about this ministry. I ain't never been contacted by anybody in Grace and Truth. Not one single fucking time has anybody from Grace and Truth said, hey, you know, we got a body member over there that really needs some fucking help. His son and daughter's been shut. You know, nobody's ever called me. So I don't even think even anybody in Grace and Truth gives a fuck about me. Nope. Sisters, I'll probably see you on the other end of this life. You guys have a good one. If I come back in here, I appreciate it. I don't want to take this out on you, but I don't even feel love for my own fucking ministry.